After a few days break, the PBA resurrects itself today sa Pasko ng Pagkabuhay. Easter Sunday action here at the Big Dome, Smart Araneta Coliseum. You see the NLEX Road Warriors getting ready to rumble. They're at 3-1, maganda kanilang kartada. Pero ang kanilang makakatapat sa araw na ito, ang team sa kabilang panig, Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. Ganun din, ang record 3-1 din. Coming off good wins into dalawang koponan. Time to break that tie at 3-1, move up in the standings. Full speed up itong dalawang koponan. Ako po si Charlie Cuna. I'm with the big man, Jolly Escobar, on this Easter Sunday. And Jals, we look at these two teams. Very exciting matchup to start things off here at the Big Dome today.
First of all, Charlie, happy Easter sa lahat. Happy Easter sa'yo, my friend Charlie. Charlie, approaching na tayo ng bandang kalahati ng ating eliminations. And both teams looking good, even great. Charlie, looking good yung dalawang koponan. Pero alam mo naman, you have to continue to win. Mabilis lang, pasadahan natin, nakikita natin, ang dami nilang kasama at 3 wins and 1 loss. NLEX, back-to-back wins kaagad yan. Tinalo ang Blackwater and Magnolia. They lost to TNT. Tapos ang last game was against Ginebra, hence the 3-1. Phoenix, back-to-back wins din against Magnolia and Titan. Lost against Meralco. Tapos nanalo naman against Terra Firma. Both teams coming from wins, Charlie.
So may win streak na, may loss, tapos may bounce back itong dalawang koponan. On NLEX, ang una natin pag-usapan, you mentioned the big win against Barangay Ginebra. What a game that was, and to pull it off against one of the top teams all the time, itong Barangay Ginebra. That was a big win for Coach Jong with Chico's squad.
Actually, Charlie, tawag ko dyan, it's a feel-good win para dito sa NLEX. Anytime you beat Barangay Ginebra, di ba, iba pakiramdam mo. That game ended 118 NLEX, Barangay Ginebra 113, plus 9 on the boards, plus 8 points in the paint. Tapos yung bench came to play para dito sa NLEX. And LJ Gonzalez with 14 points off the bench. 25 points ang bench points, 18 lamang para sa Barangay Ginebra. Then points in the last 3 minutes, 12 para sa NLEX. Hindi na nakakuha ng field goal ang Barangay Ginebra noon, Charlie.
And usually when NLEX gets wins in the past couple of seasons, we always have to talk about this guy. He's usually in the thick of things, in the middle of all of that.
Yes.
And Berto Bolic was dishing and scoring and doing everything he could. Kaya naman, nadala niya ang kanyang koponan sa panalo.
Doing the heavy lifting, my friend, the daming puntos. Number 1 siya sa assist, pero kasama niya dyan sila Maverick Antisi and si Damian Chongqui. So it's not just a lot of scoring, di ba? It's pagpa-facilitated. That is a conference high, yung 32 niya on 11 of 19, 8 of 10 free throws, tapos 4 na rebound pa. Lahat ng mga statistics pinasok nitong si Bolic.
He was doing things from outside, inside the paint. Caddy Lalane was patrolling that area, was scoring inside. Just a steady presence. Yung kanyang scoring has gone up in each of their games. 4 games siyang pataas ng pataas. And he's shown some steady play. You know, parang you're looking for more out of him, but they're winning anyway, so
That's
okay
correct.
na.
Actually, maganda mid-range jumper niya. Pero you mentioned it okay siya makipag-mix up sa mga malalaki dun sa ilalim, di ba? Mga power plays underneath the basket. 28 points in total against Barangay Ginebra. 14 rebounds. 12-21 ang kanyang mga field goals. Yung tinuturo mo yung 7 offensive rebounds. Napakahalaga niyan para makakuha sila ng second chance points. Charlie, may dalawang steal pa. Itong si Caddy Lalane.
That's right. And then another backcourt mate ni Robert Bolic, who just came in this conference, and he's really playing well for Coach Jong. Shawnee Winston, that mid-range J, almost automatic, a creator as well, and a reliable scorer.
I'm sure yung ngiti ni Coach Jong with Chico talagang hanggang tenga na sa pag-acquire dito kay number 14, Shawnee Winston na partner. Diba, taking off some of the load, magmula dito kay Berto. Isa sa mga prolific scorers ng PBA yan. Tingnan natin yung conference. Conference high yung 21 na yan, Charlie. 8 of 12 ang kanya mga field goals. 3 rebounds. Ito mga kilos talaga ng mga talagang scorer. In the true sense of the word, scorer talaga. So, itong si Deshaun Winston.
That's right. So that's it for us on NLEX. But for more on them, may dadirag. Wala tayong itlog na yun. Meron tayong mansanas. Apple David. Ayan dyan para sa report.
Para sa NLEX, it is the team composition and the quality of game they're getting from their players that's been a difference maker this conference. With key additions nga, majority dito sa Road Warriors are two-way players who play smart. There's a sense of maturity at ang pinaka-importante para kay Coach Jong Chico, the willingness to play the right way. Sa tatlong panalo na nila, they were playing the right way, everything within the system. At kahit pa daw dun sa talo kontra Meralco, there is the satisfaction for Coach Jong Chico dahil nakita niya yung effort, the determination, and the discipline to stick to how they want to play, having full trust sa sistema at sa isa't isa. Charlie and Jolly.
Maraming salamat, Apple. Well, trust is necessary talaga among teams to get things going. I think Phoenix also has a certain level of trust amongst themselves. That is shown in the way that they demolished Terra Firma sa huling laban nila. Just took over that game early. Cruising na sila the rest of the way, partner.
Actually, early na sinasabi mo, second quarter pa lang, may nagwala doon. May nag-en route to a 40-point game doon. Hindi natin muna sabihin kung sino. This game, Phoenix won, obviously. 133 to 105. The field goal percentage is 46% against 32%. 30 assists. Impossible to beat a team na lampas na 25 ng mga assists, Charlie. 19 lamang para sa Terra Firma. Forcing 17 turnovers ang Phoenix. And then points of those turnovers was 22 para sa Phoenix, Charlie.
Yun na nga. And nabanggit mo na rin. May pa-blind item ka pa, partner. Ito pag-usapan natin. No? 40 points nga itong mamang to, Richie Rivero. Quick start for him. He was aggressive from the get-go, Jolly. And in that second quarter, as you said, just went on a personal scoring spree, which broke the game open.
Actually, Charlie, one game na yun, 38 siya. Sabi ni, sige, dyan ka muna. Sabi siguro nung tukayo mo, ni Coach Charles Yu. He hit a couple of free throws, naka-40. Sabi ni Charles, okay, sige na, buka na. 40 big points. Career high para dito kay Richie Rivero. Ang taas ng 3-point field goal percentage. 7 of 9. 6 na rebound, 8 assist, 3 steal. Hindi mo sasabing nagbukaw siya, Charlie, di ba? Ang daming assist eh. He was sharing that ball, pero 40 pa rin ang kanyang naitala, Richie Rivero.
That's right. Rumi rebound pa. Tapos nagnanakaw pa. 3 steals. Ang ganda ng stat line niya. Kaya naman itong import nila, si James Dickey III, hindi na masyadong naghirap sa game na yun. Kasi nga, everybody came together, broke it open early because of Richie and the rest. So, all he did was, you know, just steady lang laro niya. In the short time he was on the floor, just went about his business, and his numbers, although not that impressive, din naman yung impact niya sa game part.
Yes.
Mapakita natin ngayon yan.
Pero sabi mo nga kasi, di ba the load was carried by Richie Rivero at si Escandor. We'll talk about that later also. 14 and 13, okay lang ang kanyang mga numero. Pero the all-important thing there is yung kanilang pagkapanalo. Plus 37, no? Sa plus-minus stat. 6 of 11 ang kanyang mga field goals. He's a rebounding demon, Charlie. Number 1 actually sa PBA, yung 19.3 niya. Siyempre, andyan sila Mubashar. At saka Junmar Pardo is the third, yung 18 boards niya. Good for number 3 in all of the PBA imports included, Charlie.
That's right. So they're trying to get ready already. Nag-huddle na itong Phoenix Fuel Mafters. Nabanggit mo ito si Escandor. You know, he got most of his points in the end game. Medyo back and forth na yung action ng mga panahon na yun. Wala na masyado dumidepensa. But did show his ability to hit threes in a row. No? He was missing bad early. But in the end, sunod-sunod yung tres niya. Kaya umangat yung scoring niya. Taka-career high siya.
Tama ka. At talagang yung kumpiyansa ng coaches nasa kanya, left him on the floor hanggat yun na nga, pumutok. Makikita natin yung comparison the first three games. Napakalayo. Almost 3 points lamang per game on average. 20 against Terra Firma. 3 of 20 field goals. 7 of 14 against Terra Firma. So, grabe talagang inangat niya yung kanyang game against Terra Firma, Charlie.
He had a couple of drives as well in the lane, no, na nakita natin yun. Apple, ano naman kwento mo tungkol dito sa Phoenix?
Etong Phoenix, even if they do not have a star-studded team, but they have guys who are maturing and are willing to work, lalo na sa defense, has been resulting positives for them. Dagdag pa ni Coach Charles True, everybody's getting involved, they're playing together, but tonight, it's gonna be a good test for them against a top-tier team like NLEX. And with all the noise surrounding the team recently, they focus on blocking that out and just locking in to this game.
Well, salamat, Apple. And yan na si Tokayon Charles. Kausap ang kanyang mga Fuel Mafters. Let's see how they can do. I think a good start would be great for both of these teams. That's what they want to do. Coach Jong, Coach Charles. And you're talking worlds apart, though, yung coaching. Nice record so far si Charles in his coaching stints, whether internationally or here in the PBA. Pero sandali pa lang yan. Yung kalaban naman niya, he's been here forever. Diba?
That's true.
Si Coach Jong Chico. So,
9-time champion yun, partner.
That's right.
Oo, Jong Chico. And we were talking about also yung Phoenix. We're hoping yung cavalry is there, no? Yung sila Perkins and the others, pero mukhang si Balungay naka-civilian pa rin, Charlie.
That's right. Babato na natin ngayon kay Robster Evangelista. Siya ang ating venue announcer sa araw na ito. Starting fives na po para sa NLEX at sa Phoenix.
NLEX Road Warriors. Starting at forward from Santa Rita, Pampanga, number 33, Tony Semeran. The other forward from Northern Samar, number 10, Richie Roger. At center is the Road Warriors import, number 25, Caddy Lane. At guard from Olongapo City, number 14, Shani Winston. And also at guard from Ormoc City, number 8, Robert Polik. Head coach of the Road Warriors is Jong Chico. And now, let's meet the starters for your Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. Starting at forward from La Union, number 20, Kenneth Chapin. The other forward from San Luis, Pampanga, number 26, Brian Santos. At center is Phoenix's import, number 2, James Dickey III. At guard from Cavite, number 27, JL De Los Santos. And also at guard from Isabela, number 25, Richie Rivero. Head coach of the Fuel Masters is Charles Chu. Game officials are Marty Montoya, Michael Orteliza, Erwin Traballo, and Jerome Guy.
You see your officials on your screens. Marty Montoya on the right. Then next is Mike Flordeliza, Erwin Traballo, and Jerome Guy. Ito mga starters nila coaches Jong and Charles. And we're about to jump it up here at center court. Naka-blue. Itong NLEX, naka-white naman with the teal. Ang Phoenix Super LPG. And import kontra import. Palagay ko magja-jump. No, Dickey III and Lalaine.
Konting adjustment sa mga starters, Charlie, for NLEX. Si Bahio the last time. Richie Roger ngayon ang mag-start para sa NLEX. The others are their usual. Diba? Semerad and Shawnee Winston, Caddy Lane, and Berto. Sa mga para sa Phoenix naman, the last time was Matthew Daves and Gozum started. Pero Brian Santos and Toppin today.
And Lalaine won the tip. And Lex with the first try. De Los Santos trying to guard Bolick. It's going to be tough for JL for sure. Bolick going to work. He'll drive. That's stuffed by James Dickey on that second line of defense. Dickey III will attack the import immediately. Go up, easy layup for James.
One of those players na one of those reinforcements na hindi mo kailangan tawagan ng play, and sinabi rin ni Coach Jong yun, di ba? He will just bigay mo sa kanya bola, makakita ng puwang yan na atake or kukuha ng mga offensive rebounds, putbacks. Ito yung pinag-uusapan natin. It's almost automatic. He is obviously very confident. It's Shawnee Winston, Charlie.
Matic yan, partner.
Matic.
Shawnee Winston. Doesn't matter that he transferred teams. He's just doing the same thing. Jumpers. Effective, nasipa yung bola. Babalik sa 14 ang shot clock natin. There's that move by Dickey. Going left but shooting right. Off the glass. And here's Winston's pull-up J. Too late. Si De Los Santos.
Alam mo, para sa mga batang aspiring na maging mga basketball scorers, panuorin lang ang mga kilos ni Shawnee Winston. Kung ano lang ibigay sa kanyang depensa, yun ang gagawin niya, di ba? Punta lang sa spot na open, tapos sure ball naman yung kanyang mga 15, 16 footers na ganon. Shawnee Winston, love this acquisition na para kay Coach Jong and NLEX.
So not just a kick ball, pala may foul na tinawag against Richie Roger. Rivero. Oh, he's blocked by Shawnee Winston. Huli. And here's Berto heading the other way. Trying to keep in step was De Los Santos. Caddy Lane hands it off to Deshaun. Winston na-atake, napatid. At mukhang matatawagan ng foul si Richie Rivero. Oh, si Dickey III pala. Matatawagan ka ng first personal.
Well, he picks up Shawnee Winston naman nung napatid ditong si Shawnee.
There's Balungay in the background in the black shirt. So he's out of commission. Yung ankle sprain niya, hindi pa gumagaling. Malaking bagay sana yan in that front line for Phoenix. But
the cavalry, Charlie. Wala naman siya. Elbow J naman.
Too easy.
Pinakawalan. Tyler Teo, nakikita ko rin at the end of the bench para dito sa Phoenix. No? So at least andyan si Jason Perkins. Kailangan ng tulong. Rich Rivero cannot score 40 every night, Charlie. That's not gonna happen. Lalo na ngayon, pag-aaralan na yun, di ba?
Siyempre.
Nag-40 yan. Talagang pagagalitan niya ni Coach Jong Wichiko pag naka-20 na naman yan. So hihigpitan ng pantay talaga niya.
Caddy Lane. That's a long two para sa import ng NLEX Road Warriors. Guy whose face has not changed, doesn't show much emotion
Stoic ba?
throughout the game. It's a poker face.
And that jumper looked like a very confident jumper magmula kay
That's
Caddy.
off. Airball yun para kay Dicky the third. Hinihingi ni Brian Santos sa may kaliwa. Di siya nahanap.
Did not attempt a three-point shot in the first 3 games, James Dickey. So, nung 4th game, I think that was the two of us that called it. I said exclusively sa may ilalim. And then he started shooting threes and making them James Dickey. Pero that time, airball. Titingnan natin kung anong sagot nitong NLEX on the other side.
Very offensive-minded si Shawnee Winston sa pag-umpisa ng ating laro. Nakadalawang jumper na, sabay saksak ngayon. Na-foul siya on the way. Richie Rivero is first personal. 2 free throws for Shawnee Winston.
Hinahanap talaga opensa, di ba? Yan ang true na, yan ang totoong scorer talaga. Alam niya, in his mind, yun ang trabaho niya is to put points on the board. 5 puntos na kaagad para dito kay Deshaun Winston.
And that's the lead for NLEX, 7-2, 9:28 to go in the first. This is just the first game ng ating PBA Easter Sunday doubleheader.
Yeah.
Mamaya, medyo blockbuster ng bakbakan.
Yan.
Ginebra versus San Miguel.
Gineb.
2 for 2 for Winston.
Pero, itong dalawang koponan na to, eh, nandun, di ba, sa upper half ng ating standing.
Correct.
They are looking good.
Nice to pile up some wins early. No?
Yes, yes.
Kumbaga, namumuhunan ka na. Richie
Initially-
missed the 3.
Initially, you want a goal mo, you're thinking top 8. If you're able to really garner some nice wins, you're not. Realistically, you're looking at top 4. Nice block, Caddy Lane on the other reinforcement.
Oh, and then Shawnee ahead of the pack. Lefty layup. 8 puntos na para kay Winston. 8 of the 10. Kanya yun.
Napakalaking bagay yan. Para sa mama na yan. Para kay Berto Bolic. He doesn't have to do super heavy lifting. May katulong siya, Charlie. Ayan siya. Ayan siya.
Naka-interception pa. Depensa si De Los Santos. And good defense, says the referee. Clean. Denying that basket on the run. And Shawnee, he's another guy who just keeps playing. Doesn't even react to that. You know, other players would have said, foul,
Gusto
foul.
ko yung ganun, di ba? Ayaw mo tumawag, di ba? Here's this nice block. Shawnee Winston off to the races. Easy left-handed lay-in para sa kanya.
There's gonna be a foul bago ma-inbound yung bola. Nagkatulakan. Richie Rivero, pangalawa agad. Na personal ni Richie yan. So labas agad siya. Yet to score. And Tyler Teo comes into the game. He's been activated by Coach Charles.
Yeah. Was unable to play, I think, their first couple of games.
Yeah.
Tapos, kaya ano to, yung wanting pa for yung kanyang timing. We're not gonna see 100% of Tyler Teo. So this game will be very important to try to get his timing back.
You know, I was saying,
My goodness.
why are you
Shawnee.
hesitating, Mr. Winston? You're hitting everything anyway. So he's got 11 points already.
Tough crowd dito, Shawnee, ha? Ayaw namin nag-hesitate ka. Pero hindi, he was trying to get rid of that defender right in front of him na gano'n ang pump fake. Yan
Teo,
ang ganda.
first jumper, baseline cut, and then gets it at the baseline. Jumper yon para kay Tyler. Finally, they get out of that 2 points. Nasa-apat na sila. Kanto, Winston, pumeke. Brings it in a bit closer. Contact from Teo. And they're going to call Tyler for a foul. So he's not just scoring, Deshaun Winston. He's drawing fouls from the opponents. He got one from Richie. Now he got one against the defender. Watch this 3. That's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook, Deshaun Winston.
That was a 6'5 defender in front of him in Brian Santos. So kailangan niyang i-try i-shake off muna.
4. Wide right. Bounces, I thought, into Samarad's hands, but tapik palabas ni Kenneth Tuffin yan. Stays with the blue shirts. 14 on their shot clock. They're up by 9.
Tony Semerad has been super also para sa NLEX partner.
Tsaka nag-iba na ang laro ni Tony. Dumadrive na rin ngayon. Galing mamasa.
Tagal na rin
Has
sa
always
liga
been a
yan.
good rebounder and a good three-point shooter. There's Berto. Tried to kick it over to Caddy Lane. Nasipa yun. Reset ang shot clock. Tama ba? Yep.
Oo. Kickball. Etong umpisa to, this is still yung kumpiyansa nila coming from the Ginebra game.
That's
So
right.
feeling good about themselves. Of course, I'm talking about NLEX.
Shawnee will drive. Kicks it over to Caddy for 3. That is not good.
Kitang-kita natin from our angle na
Ahead of the pack, De Los Santos, nice feed. Forward pass, effective para sa Phoenix doon.
basket na kailangan nila dahil mainit ang start nitong Berto Bolic and the road warrior na siya.
Too easy. Masyado madali para sa napanggaling na player.
Yun eh. Masyado bang madali o masyado siyang magaling? Look at those strides. Ang lalaki ng kanyang mga hakbang, Charlie. Maiiwan talaga yung primary defender. And then ang pumirap dun was hindi rin katangkaran na Tyler Teo. So an easy lane magmula dito sa magaling na offensive player na Berto Bolic.
Santos didn't get a chance to even attempt, but he's on the bench now. At pinasok na si Jason Perk.
The cavalry, kailangan sila. Him and Tyler Teo, kailangan gumana dito.
Tingin mo dyan, Apple.
Yes, Charlie, alam mo, may mga malalarong missing for both teams. Sabanggit mo na kanina, Kai Balungay is sitting out yet again because of a grade 2 ankle sprain on the left foot with a partial tear sa kanyang anterior talofibular ligament or ATFL. Pain still not playable. Day-to-day pa yung status nito. On the side of NLEX naman, Enoch Valdez actually came to the venue earlier but was sent home due to a high-grade fever, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Apple. And while kikwento si Apple doon, may na 3 seconds sa loob ng lane. Caddy lane. Hanging around too much in that painted area.
You won't see that a lot, Charlie. A 3-second violation dito sa level na to.
Timeout has been called. Phoenix is down by 10 with 6:40 to go in the first. They head to the...
Dribble. If not, give the ball screen roll, all right? Defense, fellas. We're down by 10. Same rules. You got 2 fouls. Stay disciplined, huh? No more fouls, all right? We'll run slice, all right? Dahan lang. Let's slowly trim this lead down. We're all right, all right? Come on, no panic.
Balik sa aksyon dito sa Big Dome. Phoenix may tangan ng bola, trailing by 10 big points here in the first period. And then a start ng NLEX. Foul away from the ball. I think Shawnee's gonna get called for that one. Crowd is growing, swelling a little bit as this game will go on. And by the time the second game starts, we're gonna have a nice Sunday crowd. Before we head back to the trenches tomorrow, as the Holy Week comes to a close nga sa araw na ito, balik na naman tayo.
Ginebra gusto bumawi. Charlie, tinalo sila nitong NLEX. We were talking about it kanina. An exciting ball game up until Berto hit a big 3. Some free throws para ma-separate sila sa Barangay Ginebra. So gustong bumawi. Matatawagan ng foul dito si JL De Los Santos. Mahirap i-contain si Berto.
And dahil penalty na ang Phoenix, not even halfway through the quarter, penalty na agad ang Phoenix. Free throws na agad para kay Berto. And you know, if you're NLEX, you'll take advantage of this big time, right?
nagre-request si Coach Jong for the guys to attack the basket and try to fish for some fouls. Tulad yung sabi mo, para makakuha ng mga free throws dito. Coach Jong, we were talking about him. And his 9 chips para dito kay Coach Jong with Chico. 9 championships. All through SMB, Ginebra, and even TNT, no?
Yeah.
He is
Coached all
legit.
those big-time teams dito sa PBA.
Hung out with us for a little while. Ating booth, di ba, was a broadcaster for a little while. Coach Jong with Chico.
Still does it from time to time, especially
Yeah.
during championship series. But he always says na, sana nandun ako sa floor coaching my team in the finals rather than sitting with you guys. As much as he loves being with us here in the booth, you know, sitting between us. Di ba, mas okay na nandun siya.
Mas komportable siya dyan sa ginagawa niya dyan. Ito magandang matchup na pinapakita natin. Ito dalawang palaban, Jason Perkins at saka Anthony Semerat.
Yeah, they were called for a double foul. Semerat and Perkins, masyadong physical ang bakbakan. So jump ball ang mangyayari center court. Neither team with an advantage. And Kevin Alas is now in the game. Shawnee Winster will head back to the bench and get low and high fives all over the place. Dahil he's got 11 points in the game already out of the 18.
What a start.
Yeah.
Shawnee Winster. My goodness. Super scorer para sa NLEX. Dalawang imports ang nag-jump ball dyan. Charlie.
This time Phoenix gets it. Kanina kasi nung umpisa ng laro, si Caddy ang nanalo sa tip. 5:40 to go. Tyler Tio. And he gets that one to drop. Dalawang field goal na para kay Tio. 4 na puntos sa kanya. They need some more. They're still down by 10 despite that basket. Kevin Alas finds the lane. Hooks it over. Nahuli. Dickey. He's got Tio on the left. He bounces it to Tyler. Saktong-sakto yun. Little bit of momentum shift, I would think. Kaya naman si Coach Jong ay tumayo at sumenyaf ng timeout. Pabasa 8 ang lamang ng NLEX Road Warriors after a couple of baskets in a row from Tyler Tio. Here's that second one. The drop from Dickey after the defender had committed. Tio puts that one in. And this timeout is brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
Alright, let's run take the ball out. Let's run a double drag. Okay, double drag, huh? Alright? He rolls you up, fine. It doesn't matter who is there. If this is you, KD, boom, you're gonna say that you pop. Alright, you got that? Okay? You can do it if you double drag. Bahala kayong dalawa kung sino.
Here's Kevin Alas. Up by 8 ang kanyang koponan. Coming off this timeout, let's see what Coach Jong drew up. Perkins against Alas. Kevin will make his move. Spins around. Passes it to Berto, his second 4-point attempt. And he gets it on the second try. Pangunang abat sa ating laban, Charles.
Napakalaking bagay ng 4. This has suddenly ballooned to a 12-point advantage for NLEX.
Yun na nga, naka 2 baskets in a row si Tyler Tio. Binawi sa isang tira.
Kaya nga.
Di ba? And then errant pass, Tyler Tio. Escandor was not on the right spot. So that's a turnover on Phoenix. May challenge mula kay Ty, but just a tad late. And you know naman how quick Berto can suddenly jack it up from out there. Caddy, mid-range. That's too strong from him. Power rebound from Jason Burke.
Parang nagtatalsikan yung mga katabi niya, di ba? Kaya tama yung power rebound na sinasabi mo.
That's kicked out of bounds. Shot clock stays at 16. It only resets when it's below 14.
Para sa Phoenix, I think there should be a maganda kanina. Nakikita natin, Bahiyo papasok para sa NLEX, no? Binibigyan nila ng bola itong si Tyler Tio para makumpiyansa siya. Same has to be done dito kay Jason Perkins, di ba? Dapat may conscious effort na buhayin siya.
Escandor attacking the hoop. Bagsak ang defender Kevin Alas. So this guy Escandor draws a foul. He'll head to the line para for dalawang free throws.
Yeah, we were talking about his 20-point game nung nakaraan, Charlie. So kumpiyansa din to si Francis Escandor attacking the basket.
Bricks the first one, back rim yun. Second one coming up. Some changes again. LJ. Pinasok na. And LJ's getting a lot of time backing up Bolick. Minsan pinagsasabay sila but not too often.
Magaling na ba? Magaling
Malakas
na ba?
He's a strong kid. Medyo
saka very
magulo.
athletic.
He's got some halalon in him. That kind of player, di ba?
Good reference.
Di ba?
Minsan bumuelo siya sa fast break. Ang taas tumalon. This is Mr. Mark Molina's boy. This is an FEU kid through and through high school, college.
Still getting his feet wet. Still learning the PBA style. Bahiyo out to the lane. 6 to shoot. Kadi will drive. Lefty layup goes. That's a reach in from Dickey the third. So second personal na rin yata yan mula kay Dickey.
Nothing fancy. Puts the ball on the floor. Left-handed lane, yeah.
Pinalo eh.
Pero maganda, di ba? The presence of mind to hold on to that rock and finish left-handed. Itong si Kadi Lane. Top of the coverage pinag-uusapan mo. He's one of the few na yung gano'n nakikipagbarakuhan din sa may ilalim, di ba?
He's a big guy, you know. He's got some height over Dickey the third.
Yes.
And some heft, definitely. Medyo manipis
Pero
to si
listed
Dickey.
sila parang pareho. Tumangkat pa from the time.
Hindi,
Pareho
tingnan mo
silang
naman kasi,
6'10" eh.
di ba, may tali yung buhok eh. Magkahit sila pag gano'n, di ba? Pag wala yun,
pero yung
maliit na
timbang,
konti.
obviously, mas matimbang itong NC.
Sila Lane.
Kaya mga listed at about 250 almost. Ito, 215 lang, manipis lang eh. Pero, can jump out of the gym, di ba? Kaya 19 plus rebounds per game.
Pass to Perk! Oh, he can't get the three-point. Probably would have wanted to go off the glass. That's what he normally does. Evan Nelly seeing his first action of the game and fed it inside, found
I'm gonna wait
Pero
for
Lasalista, Perkins.
Yes. I'm gonna wait for him fire up those 4-pointers. Talking about Evan Nelly dahil siya ay 75%
Correct.
from the 4-point
No, he's
line.
shooting really awesomely in this conference. In fact, he's shooting better than he did all of last season. Diba? Talagang mainit ang kanyang umpisa rito. I know we're only 4. This is the 5th game in para sa kanilang koponan. But, diba? Great start for Nelly. Plus, he's been dishing the rock. Ang ganda ng mga pasa niya. Yung mga drive and draw niya sabay kick.
Laking bagay, no? Diba? Makapag-facilitate ka. What's nice is he's hitting his shots nga. 3-pointers even mas lalo from the 4-point area. So, mga defenders magkakandara pa to close out sa kanya. Kaya magaling mag-facilitate. Diba? So, pag nagko-collapse sa kanyang defenders, pwede niyang i-dish off.
Oh, nice attempt from Lane. Just couldn't make it drop. Perkins now will handle the ball. Dala-dala niya. Sabay pullback. Cross court. Brian! That's short. All net.
There has to be a much better possession than that, Charlie. They're down by 12. Ito na siya. No!
Oh, got all the way in but couldn't put it in. Mintis. 3 tries for NLEX. All for naught.
Dodging punches ang Phoenix dun. Two easy ones supposedly para sa NLEX yun.
Oh, what a feed. And then Dickey bounces it off the leg of Lane. But that was a nice pass, entry pass mula kay Nelly. Di lang na-finish. So Nelly will try it from the baseline this time. 13 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. 2:33 remaining in the first.
Pero that's his game, di ba? From his San Beda into his Lasal days. Ganun siya, just great instincts di ba? Makikita mo, hindi naman, that's not a lot of size. Nipis nga ni Evan Nelly.
The hook shot from Dickey, the third doesn't drop. You know, I don't think he should be trying to power up kasi Lane obviously has that edge on him. Isa sa lakas, tsaka sa size. Bahio, the drive, and JB gets his first bucket of the game. 27-13 is our score. That's a 14-point spread, partner.
Yes. Like Bahio's game, likes getting a lot of rebounds.
Husay yan.
Nakikita natin, di ba? Obviously can score.
Legit all-star. You know, he made it to the all-star game, and no question about that. Up ahead to JB against Perk. Pumawer pa. Hangs in the air, gets it back. Oh, he's denied. Twice denied, but kept it alive. Ball stays, I think, with NLEX.
So you gotta be pleased with that defense of your coach Charles Chu. Here's the block, boom. Magmula dito kay Jason Perkins. Eto pa, isang supalpas. Yan na naman. Help defense magmula dito kay James Dickey.
Ball still with NLEX. 15 sa kanilang shot clock. A minute and 43 to go. It's going to be a baseline inbound. Kevin Alas. Alam mo, nag-debate as we see this entry pass. Yung mga iba dyan, oh, Pumawer. That's gonna be a foul on the Prince, Capiral. You know, sinasabi ng mga tao, ano ba, Kevin Alas ba? Kevin Alas ba? Bakit daw Alas kami ng Alas? Kasi nalala namin back in the day, airpads niya, si Coach Louie. Alas talaga ang pagbanggit ng kanyang pangalan. At pinaliwanag ni Coach Louie sa akin yan a few weeks ago when he guested on my show. Their real last name used to be De Las Alas. And somewhere along the way, natanggal yung De Las. Yeah, you know, historically, their ancestry is De Las Alas. So it's really Alas.
I like Alas better.
Okay, it's not De Las Alas, right? So it's De Las Alas for everyone watching. But then since everybody says Kiefer Alas, Louis Alas, Kevin Alas, etc., parang sige na nga din. So, di ba? But
nice ring to it na lang kasi yung Alas eh, di ba?
They let it slide, but it's really Alas.
Alas.
Confirmed by the man himself, si Airpods, si Coach Louie. Free throw good. Lead is now up to 16, partner.
Yes,
more than doubled up NLEX at this point. Phoenix at this point. And shooting well. Capiral wants to cut 3 off that. No go. JB Bahio just knows how to position himself para sa mga rebound na yan. LJ sa kanto. Alas! Hindi niya mapasok. And then Perkins pulls it away from the lane. Kailangan makahirit ng konti ang Phoenix bago matapos ang first quarter. Pababain man lang ito. Pass goes to the corner. Escandor, a miss. Brian's second offensive rebound. You gotta love the way Brian Santos is hustling. He has not made the shot yet, pero humahustle at ngayon may pagkakataon siya makadalawang free throws.
Stayed with that play, got a nice offensive rebound, Charlie. Very important free throws coming up dahil I think you mentioned this is the biggest lead ng ating ball game. Very important for Brian Santos to make 2 free throws. Has to be quality possessions for Phoenix. Wala pa dito yung kanilang reinforcement na si James Dickey the third. Ilang fouls na ba si James Dickey? 2 fouls na yata si, kaya pinagpahinga muna ni Coach Charles Chu.
Brian Santos, the gunner. This guy is a gunner. Make no mistake about it. He's 6'5", so he'll get a few rebounds. He mixes it up inside, but he likes it at the 3-point arc. And he just waits there. And he'll kill you if you let him, leave him open, di ba? Hey guys, ito alam ko gusto mo tong player na to eh. The big boy has just entered the game, di ba? Brandon Ramirez.
Some say Ali Peak 2.0.
Ibang-iba kay Ali.
Iba.
You know, other than the braso siguro. Di ba? Ibang-iba yung laro niya. Ito tumitira ng 3. Di ba?
Pero of late, hindi masyadong gumagana eh. Tingnan natin if he can come up with some positives dito.
Stolen back. Sinayang ng Phoenix. Oh, but then, nice D. But Alas will try again. And Kevin Alas sticks with it. And Phoenix threw that one away. That's going to upset Coach Charles a little bit as LJ is called for a foul. Tama ba? LJ matatawagan doon?
Yes. Well, it was the correct play. Nakita natin yung size advantage. Well, he's a safe muna ni Ferg ito eh. And then like you said, he stayed with it lamang. Itong si Alas gets the deuce.
And you could see in the background the face of Matthew Daves when that happened. Parang, ay naman. Ano ba naman? Hawak na natin eh.
Feel ni Matthew Daves yun dahil tinitingnan niya din yung score eh.
Scandor knocks in the free throw. 31-17, 14-point spread with just half a minute to go. Or less than that. LJ. Robbie Herndon. He can hit from 3 as well. Pass inside to big boy Ramirez.
Beautiful pass.
He's not even that tall, but he's just so thick. So we call him Big Boy.
Big boy Brandon Ramirez. We saw him sa 3x3 initially, no? Tapos nakita natin, he had range. He was a power player underneath.
Evan misses that three-point attempt at the buzzer. But NLEX has almost doubled up Phoenix after one. 33-17, and the guy who started it all, Shawnee Winston, Charles.
Talk about setting the tone para sa isang laro. 6 na minuto lamang. 11 puntos kaagad. Meron pa siyang supalpal. Shawnee Winston, one of the PBA's prolific scorers.
Mid-range J, par excellence for this guy. And reason to smile after one. They're up by 16. Brandon Ramirez on your screens. He scored a basket in the first quarter just before it ended to help erect this 16-point lead para sa NLEX. Pero pag-umpisa na at the second quarter, Phoenix ang may possession. That's Evan Nelly waiting for Perk to come out. He goes to get it. Good baseline. That was close. Capiral can't take the three. Down to 5. Perkins goes behind his back. No space. Escandor will flip it up and miss. And Herndon will track it down. Spins away from the defender. They get it across. Shawnee Winston's back. Pass to LJ for 3. And somebody flies away. Ang layo ng lilipat nun, partner. Ano ba nangyari? I want to see because he flew.
Kapwa la sa lista ata tumulak. Was it Perk who just got rid of
Well, this guy's acknowledging it.
Or si Prince.
Watch it, watch.
Sorry, Prince
Capiral.
Capiral pala sinagasaan itong si Shawnee.
Binura, partner.
Binura.
Delete. Na-delete si Shawnee dun sa eksenang yun. Watch this, boom. Eh naman, 6'5", tsaka 6 eh. Diba?
Ito na naman tayo sa sukat sa height ni Shawnee Winston. 6 ha, tingin mo? Mahigit talaga.
Wala eh. Ngayon, kasi medyo makapal ang buhok. Pero 6-footer lang yan. Halos lamang lang sa akin. Konting-konti.
Naku, talagang naalog siya. Talagang iniinat niya yung kanyang likuran.
Loose ball foul ang tinawag kontra kay Prince Capiral. That's Coach Charles on your screen.
That's something na hindi nila kailangan. Naghahabol sila dito. What is this? A 16-point advantage.
Correct. Wala pa nakaka-score sa second quarter. Shawnee gets free. Sabi ni Shawnee, sige, knock me down pa again. I'll hit the jumper.
Partner. Just that quick move. Nothing fancy, di ba?
Simple nga.
Simple. Just separates himself from the defense.
Babawi.
Sure ball.
Ayun. Nagbawian. Sabi ni Capiral, sige, nakados ka, tres naman sa akin.
The journeyman. Dami ng pinagdaroon nito ni Prince Capiral. Pero 4-time champion yan, boss.
Hindi, tsaka brightest days niya, we're in the bubble. Clark's bubble, partner. Diba, nag-champion sila doon.
Most improved yan, Chong.
Yes, sir.
2020,
Eh, ito.
Ni Shawnee Winston.
Hindi na most improved yan. Magaling na yan talaga. Shawnee Winston.
15 puntos na.
I'd like to see a Phoenix run. Maybe get a couple of shots in a row. Medyo hirap sila sa opensa talaga. Ito si Perkins. Hirap dyan sa laki ni Brandon. Takes the J. Off target. You know, the shot was clear but masyado malakas yan.
Pero ito yung sinasabi natin kanina, di ba? Kailangan may conscious effort na pumunta sa kanya. Yun ang utos nitong si Charles Yu, pero you mentioned it eh. Ang laki ng Ramirez, hindi niya maikutan eh.
Ayun na naman si Brandon. And a bump from Prince Capital will send Brandon Ramirez to the line. Third personal na ni Prince yan. 10 minutes and 10 still remaining here in the first quarter. Si Apple, may kwento para sa atin.
Yes, pag ang depensa worse than the offense, malaking problema. At yun yung tinatry isolve ni Coach Charles Shu. Kaya tinrayan niyang gisingin itong mga manlalaro niya. Telling them, if you don't wanna play, let me know. You can watch and sit on the bench. Nakalaban lang daw sila ng malakas na kupunan. Parang nakalimutan nilang mag-basketball. Balik sa inyo.
Wag naman, kasi
Nakarelate
yan
ako
ang
sa
trabaho nila eh.
mga style ng mga coaches na gano'n. Uwi na tayo, pare, kung ayaw nyo maglaro.
Oo. Diba? Baka mas malala pa yung mga sinasabi. Medyo dinid-delete mo lang yung mga ibang mga salita doon.
Yes.
Dahil sa panahon mo, kilala mo yung mga coach na yan.
Hindi pa TV yung mga sinasabi noon. Yung mga yun.
Perk kicks to Prince. Another one. Can't get back to back. Look at that jump. He timed it well but couldn't grab it. Si Kenneth Tuffin. So LJ's on the run. Gets it over to Bahio. Shawnee was open at the corner. Di nakita ni JB yan. JB will dance with Prince. Umander.
Ganda sana.
Yes. And then look at this. Brandon keeping it alive. Finally, Nelly grabs that one away, but wala sumasabay na nakaputi. Gives it to Tuffin in the lane who caught up. And the finish on the other end. Ganda. Ganda nun.
Ganda. Gandang spin move. Ganda rin ang pinasa ni Evan Nelly.
Well, Nelly has a knack for really hitting people at the right spot.
He's good
you know.
facilitator. Great instincts, I mentioned kanina.
LJ natapigan. Herndon. Step back J. Bitin. Board. LJ, the smallest guy, ends up with it. Inside to Robbie. Powers up.
Wow.
And that's a
Walang
couple of
resist.
times they've stuck with it and got it inside the paint. Si Alas kanina.
Yeah.
Biglang ngayon, si Herndon naman.
Ang masakit yun, despite Krap Kaperan and Perkins underneath the basket, Robbie Herndon still gets one underneath. So, 18 itong kalamangan ng NLEX.
Nelly. Tuffin for three. Oh, in and out. That was right there. Minamalas rin talaga itong
Yes.
Phoenix. Remember also, si 40-point scorer last game, Richie Rivero, got 2 quick fouls, was subbed out, and has not gotten back into the game. LJ had to pass it dahil natapikan. Pull-up jumper na naman, off target. Nelly, another rebound.
Has to start now, string up some baskets if you're Phoenix. Tinatry i-seal nitong si Kenneth Tuffin yung gusto niya subukan yung depensa nitong si Shawnee Winston. I think it's the correct idea. Tama
Yeah,
yan.
tama nga yung ginagawa, no? And if you're Nelly, ayan na si Richie Rivero, we're just looking for him. If you're Nelly nga, you really know where to deliver that pass.
Yeah.
Kasi there were options on the wings. But then he saw Tuffin was working. You know, when you work to get
Oo,
position, you
tama.
need to get that ball.
Tama yan. Yung talagang, di ba, alam mo yung player na talagang gusto. Di ba, yung maganda yung talagang hinihingi yung bola
May
dun sa
effort
may
na nga
ilalim.
eh. May effort na nga eh. Bigyan mo. Yan o, pasa, on the run. Tuffin, open. This time, he
Eto.
knocks that one down.
This might start something. Maganda nga pasa magmula dito kay Prince Capital. Na-spot niya yung kanyang open teammate na si Kenneth Tuffin.
Umextra pass eh, no? Ganda na nung cut sa cutter, yung pass sa cutter, pero finding the opening at the three-point line. Down to 15 ang lamang. But Semerad almost gets it back. Perkins the board. Here's Nelly one more time. Trying to close the gap bago matapos ang first half rather. Pass inside. There you go. With a foul to boot. Reach it.
Yes, sir. Ganda naman nun.
Herndon and Evan Nelly doing work. Gotta love it.
Quick five magmula dito sa Phoenix. Una yung three-pointer ni Kenneth Tuffin. Then this gem of a pass magmula kay Evan Nelly. Pocket pass to a cutting Jason Perkins.
I like the quality minutes from Evan Nelly. He's resting now. Pinasok si Tyler Tio. So it's Tio and Richie Rivero in the backcourt.
Yung pinag-uusapan natin, di ba, yung tulong magmula sa Cavalry because the 40 points of Richie Rivero, he won't be able to do that game in and game out, di ba? So ito na kailangan. Buti naka-6 puntos na kanina itong si Tyler Tio. Really good about himself na may kumpiyansa. Ngayon, medyo nabubuhay ng konti. 5 points na itong si Jason Perkins. Kailangan ang tulong ng dalawang yan.
Lead is down to 12. Cyrus. Another rebound for Phoenix. Naghahabol na ang Fuel Masters to Prince. Inside the tough in for the lay-in. Very patient sila doon.
Tama. There was a wide open 40-point scorer in the left side, Charge. Nagtataka ako ba't hindi binibigay. Meron pala silang nakikitang wide open na Prince Caperal doon sa ilalim.
Caddy Lane against Prince. Oh, he hooked it.
Hook.
That's
Yeah.
an offensive foul,
Yeah.
yep. Easy call for referee Guy at the baseline sapagkat ulong hinok partner eh.
Nga eh.
Check this out.
Richie Rivera was to the right. Excuse me. Prince Caperal to Kenneth Tuffin pala yun. Smart
That's
play.
two great passes from Caperal. One was to cut it to Tuffin for the 3, and then now inside for 2. So that Caperal to Tuffin combi is working.
Yes. We were talking about this is a 4-time PBA champ partner, diba? So the experience is there. Talking about Prince Caperal.
Richie baseline. Yeah, just let it speak for itself. Thing of beauty at the baseline for Richie Rivero. And the crowd oohing a little bit there.
Sama mo na ako doon.
Ang layo naman.
Beautiful. What a move magmula dito kay Richie Rivero. Yes, he has 2 fouls, but the scoring capabilities are still there.
Timeout brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang na.
Medyo nag-iingay ang Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters. 10-zip run to cut that lead down to just 8, partner.
Naman nakikita natin yung mga magagandang tira. Kenneth Tuffin, that lay-in, that reverse layup nitong si Richie Rivero. Pero si Prince Caperal is partly who started it all. Diba? Yung mga you mentioned it, yung mga magagandang assist netong si Prince Caperal.
Matthew Daves now in the game. He's there checking Bolek. Semerad fields that pass. Cyrus is open. He misses again. Oh, look how high Richie got up to get that. Parang tatama yung ulo sa ring.
Kahit nandun yung
The pass to Burke.
Oh, the block.
Oh, but Caddy's there to deny him. And they're gonna say, not tapik. Not tamaan ang kanyang braso. NLEX might challenge this.
I like how Jason Perkins is telling Caddy, you hit me, man. Tinamaan mo ko eh. So, mukhang chinay. Hindi na. They're gonna let it go. Tapos free throws na ito para kay Jason Perkins. Some big free throws dahil 8 ang kanilang hinahabol. Although, 18 yan kanina. I think that's the biggest lead, no? 18.
Lane having a discussion with referee Jerome Guy. Didn't think he fouled him. But nasa linya na nga at napasok na yung unang free throw. Perk, a second one coming up. Now this guy, Perk, what a personality. Ayan, nakangiti nga habang free throw. Kanina, yung warm-ups, yung shorts sa suot niya, pang-track. Alam mo yung pang-track, yung gano'ng kaliliit na siya. Oh, super excited. Why don't you have them make your shorts like that for the real game? Natawa siya eh. Hindi yata niya kaya panindigan.
Hindi, yung mga referee kinukunan, di ba, tinabihan siya, nakatayo lang din siya. Parang i-firing squad.
Here's the guy who finally missed.
One of the few misses.
Here they go, off to the races. Richie is fouled by Berto. Papasok? Hindi. 3-point attempt even after. Berto. Oh, what are they gonna review? look very routine.
Looking at the Foley stat line ng kalaban ng Terra Firma, yung kanyang 40 puntos, Richie Rivero. 14 of 22 field goals. Ang problema ngayon, 2 puntos. And you mentioned it kanina, partner. Two quick fouls kaagad, no? Richie Rivero, we're looking at Coach Jong with Chico Borgi Hermida, kaibigan natin.
Alam mo, regular foul on Robert Bolek. They had to review that. I don't know why. Watch it. Transition take kasi yung titingnan nila dapat doon. Okay. Here's Richie going around the Dave screen. Sabay atake. Andun si... Ano yun ba yun? Sadya ba yun, partner? Was that
Ang gandang tip.
on purpose? It looked nice.
1 possession ball game.
Down to 4. What a catch-up that Phoenix has done. Bolek hooks it up and misses. He gets it right back. Kicks it over to Tony for 3.
Wow. Top of the
Specialty.
coverage. Pinag-uusapan natin siya. Charlie, di ba? He has really upped his percentages. You were talking about his rebounding and defense. Parang 3-and-D itong si Anthony Samarat.
Specialty niya yan, partner. That's a reach in from Bolek. Yeah, he clipped Dave's on the arm. He's gonna get called for that.
Pero what a run mula dito sa Phoenix.
Bolek a bit of a protest. Watch this. Is the 3 from Tony Samarat. Brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Parang na-screen na ni gustong kumlos out ni Kenneth Tuffin doon pero hinarangan
Wala.
na itong si... Walang kumlos out sa kanya. So, well, Tony Samarat will really make that.
Daves misses that lefty free throw. This guy slimmed down a little bit, not as wide as he used to be, pero big boy pa rin also. Can leap out of the gym. Oh, he missed them both. Sayang yon para sa kanila. Lead is 7. 4:38 to go. Berto, Winston, Tony again. Missed. Cyrus gets it back. And then look away pass. Not on target.
Yeah.
Hindi na naabot ni Berto yun. Turnover, NLEX. Richie Roger, who started this game, is now back. Pinalitan si ex-Cyrus Torres.
Puro sila mga this NLEX side is a bunch of guys who are shooting the 3 ball very well.
Yes.
47% si Samarat. We know what Bolek can do with yung kanyang mga 3-point shots.
Richie.
Wow.
Oh, nice sweep across the lane but couldn't finish.
My goodness.
On the rebound, Sapol. Loose ball foul on Samarat, I believe.
Wow. Alam mo naisip ko dun?
Oh.
Nakikipag-picture taking
No,
tayo
it's
kanina.
not Samarat who's fouled. It's Richie. Richie Rivero will get called for that, sorry.
Interesting.
Watch it.
Look at... Boom.
Oh yeah, he got chopped on the face.
Parang Sani Kabato.
Oh, it's the holding the shoulder down. Okay, that was the foul on Richie. Didn't see it on the initial attack.
I don't know about that. I think it was on Samarat. Dun sa kanyang, sabi mo nga, parang chop, di ba?
Chop sa face, pero yung
Minimal.
nakahawak sa shoulder.
Meron pang ganun si Richie Roger.
Richie Rivero was holding down.
Dalawang Richie pala yan. In any case, 7 points na lang to, Charlie.
Hindi na. Siyam na ulit. It's 9 again.
Yun maganda sa kanya, Charlie. Na pinag-uusapan natin kanina, it's not just jumpers para dito kay Cady Lelate. He likes mixing it up dun sa may ilalim. Getting some baskets underneath.
Nice reply from NLEX after the lead had been cut down to 4. Burke, jumper is off again. Pwedeng bumalik sa double digit ito. Makascore ang NLEX. 3:33 to go. You know, it's hard to be down big. You try to catch up. Takes a lot out of you.
There it is.
There you go.
There's your 47%, my friend. Shooting very well from the 3-point line is Tony Samarat.
Brought it down to 4. It's back up to 12. Nice reply from the NLEX Road Warrior of Tony Samarat. Back-to-back threes. Timeout on the other side. Lead is now 12. Timeout brought to us by Solero Online. Play the game your way on Solero Online Sportsbook. We'll be back.
napapansin nga natin na maganda ang laro ni Shawnee Winston since joining the NLEX team. And he said it's all about not forcing it, getting his points through the system, within the flow. At yung mga teammates niya, hinahanap din talaga siya, recognizing what he can do. But what he likes about the system of Coach Chong Chico is how you're constantly thinking. Kahit na wala sa iyo yung bola, you have to continue making reads, staying focused, and that's how you get better looks, higher percentage shots. Back to the panel.
Well, you want high percentage shots? One-man wrecking crew. Tony Semerad, 3 threes in a row. Biglang lumaki na. 15 ulit ang lamang. Binaba na ng 4 from 18 partner. Then all the way back to 15.
Binalik ka agad ng NLEX. Kung sinagot ka agad ni Semerad si Apple eh. Eto, ang mga percentage shots. Di ba another 3-pointer?
And this guy is struggling in this game. James Diggy III. Consistent throughout first 4 games. An impressive import, a guy who you think will stick for the rest of the conference. But today, you know, his performance, kulang na kulang.
Yes. 2 early fouls from Sigagad itong si James Diggy III.
That 3 brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Tatlo na yan, partner, dito sa second.
Excuse me, tatlo. You know what's interesting also, Charlie? Andyan yung dalawang matinding scorer ng NLEX, which is Berto Bolic and Shawnee Winston. Pero si Tony Semerad ang nagpo-provide ng mga 3-pointers para sa kanila.
2-0 run ng Phoenix. Nag-11-0 run naman ang
Papaw sana ako dito.
NLEX.
Naipatok na yun. Kaka-mention ko lang.
Ano, heat check yun.
Heat check na yun.
If he had made that, back to 18 sana yung lamang. Escandor to Nelly. Nelly to the right. It's open. He goes glass. Wrong angle. Brian Santos. Oh, can't put it back. I was praising Brian and I praise him again for the offensive rebound. But you gotta finish that. Na-intimidate sila kay Lalaine. Laki.
Yeah.
And look at that. Burke trying to keep Lalaine out of the lane. And now it's with Caddy. He's gonna take on Jason with 3 to shoot. He needs to take it. Little bit of a push-off. Sabay bitin.
It's a nice defensive stop para sa Phoenix. They're hoping to capitalize on this one right here.
Brian in transition. Off the glass.
Coach
That was a
Sharp.
much-needed shot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Sharp will take that. Kahit na papano, kahit na bandang tira yun, at least na ibaba itong kalamangan ng NLEX to 12.
Well, when you have a specialist like Brian Santos, you need to get him open.
Oh, yeah.
You need to find him. That's a foul. Nelly and Winston magkakampihan. They used to run together.
Ang ganda ng kilos, kahit hindi pumasok yung tira na foul siya. Shawnee Winston, what a move, di ba? On the dribble, nakatalikod siya dito kay Evan Nelly. And then the quick spin habang nagdi-dribble. He's just fun to watch. The Shawn Winston. Shawnee Buckets is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah, no, he is.
Shawnee
Really is.
Buckets, baby.
And you know, I like the fact that he is not forcing that 3-point game like so many other players do.
Hindi pilit,
You know,
no? Hindi talaga. It's not,
he's
diba?
a mid-range maestro, so why not, right?
Minsan tayo, di ba, nanonood tayo, we call the games, naiinisan mo medyo yung masyadong di ba? Yung parang hindi, dami ng open na mga teammates mo and then you force your shots. Hindi ganun di ba? Actually, sila ni Berto ganun. Hindi pilit ang kanilang mga tira.
Berto takes it over Escandor. That's short. Semerad kept it alive. And look at that hustle from Tony. Give him the best player of the quarter award.
Wala. Yeah.
Nelly, fake.
Oh!
And they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on NLEX. Evan Nelly.
Basket ba? I think you cannot stop it. Hindi ba?
Not counted eh. Na-foul na si Nelly dun sa layup.
Okay. Excuse me. Kala ko kay Kenneth Tuffin yung foul. So, Evan Nelly.
Dito yung foul. Dito yung, yun, hawak-hawak.
Alright.
Hawak-hawak yung forearm partner.
Yes. Two very important free throws. Naku. Hindi na ipasok yung una.
And he normally puts those free throws in. Very steady yan mula sa linya, Evan Nelly. Dave's back into the game. Pumuna si Brian. Look at Nelly's numbers in that game. Perfect from the field.
Perfect.
2 threes, 2 fours, 14 points. What can you say? 3 assists to
2 threes, may impress ka na nga, di ba? Yung perfect at 2 fours, Charlie. Magmula dito kay Evan Nelly.
May 30 na ginamit with 42.5 seconds remaining. 12-point lead lamang yan. It was 18. Went back to 15. Went down to 4. Went back to 15. Now it's down to 12. Phoenix at least has made a little bit of headway, but We still have 42.5. Marami pang pwede mangyari. Bago mag-break tayo ng halftime.
Well, Charlie, pinag-uusapan natin, top of the coverage. NLEX is just feeling good about themselves. Isa na dito is Tony Semerad. Ano yung percentage niya? 47% from the three-point line in 4 games. This is their 5th game. 9 points na siya in total. These are all threes para dito kay Anthony Semerad.
He's 50% from Rainbow Country sa game na ito. He's got 4 rebounds, 2 of which are offensive rebounds to keep the ball alive, give them more possessions. And this guy's always been ultra aggressive. Silang dalawa nung kapatid niyang kambal niya. Pero si Dave parang ayaw na sa basket. So alis na siya. But physical players since their San Beda days, mga best friend ni Calvin Abueva yan. Diba? Basta magtapat.
Ano ba yun? Kabaligtaran?
Ayos talaga.
Alam mo, kung ikaw si Coach Jong with Chico, halos, sorry pero halos mahalikan mo. Itong si Anthony Semerad dahil both ends of the floor gumagana siya. Ito yung entry pass papunta kay Canila Lane.
3 seconds. Masyado matagal yung diskarte. And they thought of that.
Yeah.
Na-explain sa atin ng mga referees yan at one point in our broadcasting careers when we have our preseason huddles with the referees and the commissioner. Pagtanggap, nasa paint ka. Pagtanggap mo ng bola, either one dribble, kilos ka na agad. Di ba turnaround jumper, ganun. Pag ilang
Pwede
fake ka pa, ilang
matagal
fake ka pa. Ano na bumibiling na yung referee.
Tama.
So, palagay ko, kahit may protesta si Cady Lalain doon, tama ang tawag ng referee natin. So, last shot time, chance to bring it down to single digits or maybe 10 with a regular 2. So, Nelly is just waiting. He'll go to Richie. Richie is the creator. So, Richie will drive. Get it to go with 3 seconds. Makahirit mo ba si Berto? Hindi na. So, it's down to 10. It was 18. NLEX stays ahead by double digits as we head into this break. But we know, mas exciting ito sa second half at tabayanan nyo.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live?
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
You know what I love about Pilipinas?
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
You know what I love about Philippines?
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live?
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live?
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
This season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part,
52-42 ang ating score dito sa Smart Araneta Coliseum. Jolly Escobar po, Charlie Cuna, si Apple David. Mamaya marinig natin ang kanyang report. So, what a first half we had though. Fast start for the NLEX Road Warriors. Tapos humabol itong Phoenix, nababa ng 4. Then biglang humata ulit ang NLEX. Kaya naman 10-point lead at the end of the first 2.
I would say striking distance naman itong 10-point difference. Pero parang setting the tone of the game kaagad itong NLEX coming out of the gates. Shawnee Winston kaagad. Di ba? 33-17 kaagad yung first quarter na yun. Although, yun na nga, 10-point difference lang naman ito. 31% as against 23%. Diretso na tayo doon sa 3-point field goals na yun dahil ang taas ng porsyento nga nitong NLEX. Lots of rebounds on that NLEX side, 33 against 22. Ito na naman si Shawnee Winston and the gang. Shawnee, of course, Berto Bolic, 43 starter points. Shawnee na naman ang bida dyan. Of course, Berto Bolic also, 26 perimeter points as against only 11 para sa Phoenix Charlie.
Shawnee Winston pa rin sa perimeter points. Siya pa rin yan.
Siya pa rin.
Diba? Although, may katulong yung 9 points ni Anthony Semra that kept them afloat in that second quarter. But Shawnee leading all scorers. Siya lang, ang layo, 16 kanya. Bolic and Cadila Lane, tig 9, Semerad as well. Perkins and Tuffins, tig 7, Tyler Tio, Brian Santos. You're all wondering, asan si James Diggy III? 2 points lang sa buong first half. Something is wrong with James Diggy III. You know, he's been checked by Cadila Lane. Di siya maka-power move sa loob. Yung mga short range di pumapasok. Ito sa mga gusto sumali, batang PBA. How to join? Andyan, lahat ng instructions. Punta kayo sa PBA website. Andyan yan. Call those numbers at the bottom. Sila Rosel, sila Hazel, si Joy or si Neil for those numbers. So may mga sessions siya, may jersey ka pa, may bola ka pa. Tapos makakalaro ka sa batang PBA tourney. 1 set of PBA team uniform. O, diba? So, dami nang nagdumaan dyan. Mga anak na mga PBA player, mga kaibigan natin dito sa production. Naglaro na rin mga anak nila. But this guy, I'm sure, kinausap ni Charles Chu ito. At sabi, hey, come on, 20 points a game ka. Hindi ka na nga super big time scorer, pero 2 points cannot be.
Tama.
Masyadong mababa yan.
Kailangan namin yung production mo, sabi ni Charles Chu sa kanya. At we mentioned din kanina, number 1 in rebounding yan. Yung 19.3 boards per game is number 1 all throughout the PBA. 3 rebounds pa lamang. Although kasi 2 quick fouls kagad, a total of 3 fouls na itong si James Diggy. Parang nasira na kagad yung kanyang momentum. Pero eto, sa full dalawang quarter, sabihin na natin dito, 3rd and 4th, para makabawi dito, Charlie.
Pero di ba yung 19 and 19 ang average mo eh. Ngayon, 2 and 3 lang ang nasa iyo, di ba? And this is halfway through the game already.
Plain and simple, unacceptable talaga.
Yes, cannot be eh.
Cannot be. Babawi yan. Tingnan natin. Ito na, start ng ating 3rd quarter.
At sila naman ang may unang possession nitong second half. So a chance to slice the lead immediately. Richie needs to get going. They go to Dickey, and he'll drop it in. And that's what they need to do.
I hear you, gentlemen. Sabi ni James Dickey, I hear you. Pero yung sinasabi naman natin yan is obviously, di ba? Kung ano yung sinasabi ni Tukayo mo, ni Charles Chu, dito sa kanyang reinforcement na si James Dickey.
Tukayo ko, pero utol ni Chris.
Ayan.
Layup goes, pero nullified yun. Dahil may offensive foul na tatawagin kontra sa NLEX. So if you're Phoenix, it's a nice start to this second half because you had a basket, then you force a turnover on the other end. Or a turnover happened rather.
And this is suddenly just a 2-possession difference, no? Itong 8 puntos, spirit na.
Deliberate ang atake ni Richie, drawing a foul from his former running mate, Shawnee Winston.
By design din yung ganyan, let him work on defense, di ba? Dahil he's killing them. Shawnee Winston is pretty much killing Phoenix, Charlie. We saw in point production, 16 points. Atakihin siya, sabi ni Coach Charles, para magtrabaho sa depensa. Nervous ang free throw ni Richie.
Matulis ang una. Pasok agad si LJ. Labas muna si Shawnee kasi nga may foul na agad na nakuha. LJ Gonzalez and Bolic will run together sa backcourt ni Coach Jong Huichico. Ito na. Ito yung mababalitaan na natin kung ano bang narinig ni Apple.
Yes, Charlie and Jolly, refresher ang nangyari sa halftime huddle ni Coach Charles Chu, reminding his players the tendencies ng kanilang kalaban, particularly the likes of Shawnee Winston, Puerto Bolic, and even Anthony Semerad. They cannot allow them to be too comfortable dito sa second half tulad nangyari in the first 2 quarters. Pangalawa, itong si James Dickey, the third na call out ni Coach Charles. Sabi sa kanya na we're playing better, all Filipino, so you have to step up. And tignan natin kung mag-work ito dito sa second half. Back to you, gentlemen.
All right, we'll see about that. But now, Brian Santos is called for a flop as he hit the deck dun sa pagpihit ni Cady Lalane, who trips over him afterwards. But that's going to be a technical free throw. I don't think there's a challenge forthcoming.
Pagkatapos nito, he's gonna trip on, is that Brian Santos on the
Yeah,
floor?
See, Santos, who allegedly had flopped already, nahulog pa si Lalane over him. So that's what the referees are trying to clarify right now. That's referee Erwin Traballo talking to Robster Evangelista, our venue announcer, who will announce something soon, hopefully, because there's a bit of a lull right now and everybody's waiting, wondering, WTH going on, di ba? Yun. Technical foul for the flop. And then the basket is counted.
Yeah.
Did the shot go in though? Pumasok ba? Okay. Apparently it did. Di na natin nasundan. So bonus free throw na lang ito. Bonus free throw na lang ito.
Ayan, Brian Santos tatawagan ng technical dyan. And
okay, so the yun yung technical.
Ito yung tech.
So counted.
Kasi basket
yeah,
na.
So no foul kasi technical
na
foul
tayo
na.
Sa side ng
so counted lang. So 57 na dapat yan. Tama?
No. Galing sa 58. Sorry, galing sa 53.
Okay. So back to 10 rather. Sorry about that. Medyo na-throw off tayo sa tagal kasi. Richie ang sigip. Nabigay kay Kenneth. Toughen balik kay Richie. The fake. Walang kumagat. 3 seconds nga. Too long. Richie getting a bit upset though. But they need to execute better. Diba?
Kala ng mga kasama niya, ititira na niya.
Yes.
So they were kind of waiting to probably get an offensive rebound. Pero biglang dinribble pa niya and tried to look for a shot. So wala, 3 seconds ang itatawag.
10-point lead for NLEX, looking to extend. Semerad. Pinit niyan sa 3. Gonzalez, di diskarte. Went under the screen si Richie. Di lang napasok. But look at Semerad. He's just getting offensive rebounds, fighting for that ball, keeping the ball alive para sa kanyang kupunan.
Uncharacteristic pero naisahan niya dun si Kenneth Toppin. Toppin usually will get that rebound. He had inside position.
Yeah.
Pero natangangan na ng dalawang kamay ni Semerad and just ripped that off of Kenneth Toppin.
Hirap siguro makipaghilahan ng bola kay Semerad.
Malaki ng mga braso
LJ dancing with Brian.
Pass ball.
That's a pass ball. Foul on the drive.
Pero I would say, yung Phoenix, diba, okay pa naman sila. So far, so good.
They're okay, Giles, itong Phoenix, but you're sensing that there's some sort of a drop in energy somehow. Parang NLEX is just out-hustling them, diba, in most departments. So they need to step it up.
Reinforcement nila, lalo na si James Dickey III, but we were talking about his point.
Nako, sikip! Di na umabot ang tira ni Berto Bolic. So good defense. That's a 24-second violation of Finorce ng Phoenix. And look at Berto telling the others, pare, tira nyo. Diba? Don't give it to me with 3 seconds to go. And then I'm under the gun already. But ito, a chance for Phoenix to bring it down to single digits.
Tama. Of course, if you're Phoenix, you want to string up more defensive stops, no? Tapos try to capitalize on the other side.
Richie for 3. And that could start. Well, that could be the start of things. You know how that goes for Richie Rivera. We've seen it before.
Correct. Now you're looking for back-to-back defensive stops right here. Kung Phoenix ka, another stop.
LJ, baseline, he got it. Then kicks it to the other side. Quick pass upstairs to Bolic. That drives si Berto. Outside to Racal. Balik kay Berto for 3. Bawi!
Gandang heads up. Ganda. Di pinilit ni Kevin Racal. Very patient. Alam niyang mainit yung kanyang body. Di makarespond ng Phoenix dun sa 3-pointer ni Berto Bolic.
The offense did nothing, but no one was there to get the offensive rebound. Oh, look at Richie tie up Caddy, but Caddy overpowers it. Just bigger and stronger is the import of NLEX.
Sigurado yan, their coach Jong is telling him, hindi ka pwedeng mag-settle for outside jump shots. Diba, malaki ka, you're strong, sa ilalim, humingi ka, la lane.
Richie, now Dickey the third. Kaya bang umatake? Bitin na naman ang tira. Gets it back. They hold him down. Kevin Racal. Are they gonna call a foul on K-Rax? They will. But, there is seemingly a protest.
Well, Racal was saying he was holding on to ball. He wanted a jump ball. Challenge tayo, sir.
At habang may challenge at i-review kung meron bang foul talaga si Racal sa pag-rebound na yon, si Tyler Teo on the floor at nung nag-break tayo ng halftime, may lumapit sa atin, sabi it's Tyler's birthday today, sabi ni AirPods niya.
Daddy niya.
So, it's the
There are a long
28th
row here. The mom, the
whole family's here.
siblings. Yeah.
The Teos are here. So, happy birthday, 28th birthday to Tyler Teo.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Third-year man out of Ateneo. Head coach's challenge. Foul nga ba si Racal or hindi? Yan ang binibigyang pansin ngayon, yung issue na yon.
Yes.
At yan si Coach Jong Huichico.
K-Rax saying na hawak-hawak niya ang bola right here. Merong konting mga daplis na contact.
Lots of ball.
Oo, lots of ball.
I'd say lots of ball. Let's see from this angle. May arm ba? Hindi, oh. Bola, partner eh.
Pwede mo overturn, ano?
And sabi nga, jump ball dapat. Jump ball. Walang pick. Jump ball. Tapos, yung mga referee medyo natatagalan. So, pwede nga ma-overturn ito. Yan si Kevin Racal. Kung nagtataka kayo, si Kevin Racal, bagong dating yan dito sa NLEX. So, converge player din yan. Parang si Shawnee Winston din.
Veterano na yun, di ba? From Alaska pa muna ang converge.
Sa kabilang side naman.
After the review, there's no illegal contact on Racal against Dickey. Therefore, the challenge made by NLEX is successful. Jump ball.
Jump ball. Jump ball. Sa'yo.
Walang P. Talaga.
Alam niya eh. Bola talaga hawak niya. So Dickey the third is really, I don't know, man. Something's off timing ni James. And
those para sa akin, those two fouls just threw him off. Yung unang dalawang foul niya, naupo siya ng katagal-tagal. It just threw him off. Itong si James Dickey. Pero well, you just have to try to move forward and try to help your team, partner. They're down by 12. Ito, try to win this jump ball into James Dickey. He does not.
Doesn't again. Alam mo, art din yan eh, yung jump ball na yan. It's something you learn.
Siyempre, oo. Tsaka you want to, di ba, you want to gain that possession kagad. Merong technique din yan, how to try to win it. Hindi rin pwedeng sobrang early ang talon mo dahil violation.
And a lot of guys, okay, this is something I learned this from Dr. J, Andy Howe. A lot of the guys who come here, the imports, yeah, they're tall by Pinoy standards, but they're not centers, so they rarely did a jump ball in their lives. So hindi sila sanay sa timing o yung technique, may ganun yan. So, di ba? Di ba, Apple? Anong tingin mo?
Tama kayong dalawa, pero alam nyo ba, kasi napansin nyo na yung laro ni James Dickey the third, it may or may not be a factor sa nilalaro niya. But earlier today, I tried to interview him and usually he'd say yes. But today, he politely declined, saying he started his day a little bit late and he wanted to make sure na he gets his pre-game ritual, he tries to be in the zone and focus. So mukhang medyo mabagal nga itong pagtakbo ng laro ni James Dickey. Balik sa inyo.
Okay, thanks a lot, Apple. Yeah, indeed, something is wrong with Dickey today. But Tyler Teo, the birthday boy, right on the money. Cuts the lead back down to single digits. Siyam na lang yan.
Maganda yung report ni Apple na yun. Yes. It usually happens to players pag hindi mo nagawa yung mga tamang ritual mo.
Yeah.
And something is just off, di ba?
Oh, that was halfway down. But there's another offensive rebound from Tony Semerad. The kick to K-Rax. That's short. Oh, bagsak. Si Brian Santos, he's looking for a foul. He's telling the referee, come on, man.
Oops. Hindi ka talaga, you cannot stop, Charlie.
Muntik na.
eh.
8 seconds,
At pwedeng pilitin ni Brian Santos, kunin sana yun, pero tumigil siya.
Richie 3. That's a miss. Tuffin comes back in. Can't put it in. Semerad on the floor. They're gonna tie him up. It's gonna be Semerad and Dickey on the jump ball.
Yes,
Some guys are on the hard court. Tatlo yan nakahiga. Tuffin, LJ, Semerad. Pero kabalyable yung bola, partner.
Oh yes, definitely. Charlie, bodies on the floor. Look at Tony Semerad. Si LJ tutumba dito. Look at yun. LJ.
Could have been a foul there, ha?
Oo nga.
Yung sa tira ni Tuffin, referee said no. Saktan ba si LJ?
Have to appreciate the efforts talaga of Tony Semerad, Charlie, no?
For sure. For sure.
Grabbing boards. First on the floor.
Oh, LJ's shaken up.
Natapilok
Something's wrong.
eh. Sino ang tatapikin ni Coach Jong dito? Tama si Kevin Alas nga. Kevin Alas kay Rax Bolik, Semerad, and Caddy Lane. 5 para sa NLEX. Yung sinasabi mong jump ball, Charlie.
Yep.
Yung technique.
Well, dito lamang naman siguro si Dickey. Ang laki ng height advantage, pati reach. And the referees have to warn these pros that you can't step into that line, that circle. Come on. This isn't midgets basketball, diba? Yung small basketeers.
Foul ata si Tony Semerad dito, if I'm not mistaken. Nagulangan, tinapik niya yung kamay. Tinapik niya yung kamay ni James Dickey III. So yeah, this ball is gonna go to the side of... Ayun ang goal. Sideline and throw nitong si...
Palit-palit. Labas muna si Tony tsaka si K-Rax.
Bahio, we hadn't...
yeah, JB's back in the game. Richie Roger as well. Kevin Alas pala. Also. Tyler off that screen. Oh, he can't convert that. That's usually good para kay Tyler Tio yan. Siya man lamang. They can't seem to break. There seems to be some sort of barrier. Cadila Lane is fouled. I think it's going to be Dickey III again. So pang-apat na niya yan.
Off talaga si James Dickey III.
He's really off. Imagine kung maganda laro niya, regular game niya. This would be closer. No? This game would be much closer.
You mentioned yung averages niya, 19 and 19 di ba?
Yung 19 nga na points, parang, you wouldn't get too impressed. But he's had to do that. He hasn't had to do more than that dahil maganda nga laro ng team nila.
Oo. Pinag-uusapan natin kanina yung 40 puntos nitong si Richie Rivero, di ba? Doing a lot of lifting, the heavy lifting.
Ito ba si Caddy, ilan na to? 15 points na to si Caddy Lane. And the other fellow, si Dickey's only got 4.
Ang maganda sa kanya today, hindi nagsaseta sa mga jump shots. Siyempre, may paisa-isa siyang tirang jumpers, pero it's mostly sa loob ginagawa nitong si Caddy Lane.
Atake. Oh, the pass. Pati yung pasa niya, off timing. Richie 3. Second of the game.
Parang bailout. Parang bailout na lang yun. Hindi lang na 3-pointer. Sabi mo nga, parang dispal. Parang tabingi naman yung pasa. Good. Diba? Na-depensahan pa yung natapik yung pasa nitong si James Dickey. Somehow, they still get a 3-pointer out of that possession.
Check that. 11 points for Richie, not just 8. Lead is down to 8. Cadila Lane will attack Dickey III. Lefty hook shot is good. Itong NBA drafty na ito, just plugs away, no? Just keeps working. Oh, check that out. Baker's dozen para kay Richie Rivero, and may mga highlight na rin included dyan. Alas upstairs to Bolik. Bolik into the paint. Kick. Richie the looper.
Wow.
That is a 3. The lead is back up to 11. NLEX doing just enough to keep that lead to a nice distance. And natutuwa sila manager Vergil Villavicencio, si Virgil. Look at that. We had a first half reverse agad, a second one. But Roger, who was practicing that 2 hours before the game, puts that in. The timeout brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook. Caddy Lane, James Diggy III, they've been here from the start of the conference. No changes yet para sa magkabilang koponan as far as imports are concerned. Although today, Caddy is taking Dicky to school.
Caddy Lane, the usual numbers para sa kanya, 18 and 6. Something is amiss. Something is wrong with the numbers of James Dicky, the 4 points, the 4 rebounds. Siya po ang number 1 in rebounds. Sa kanyang average is 19.3 almost. Tapos the 19-point average. So malayo din sa kanyang mga averages sa Charlie.
Well, look at that.
Wow.
You know, naka-tres. Ang ganda ng after timeout play ng Phoenix. Naka-tres si Perkins. Binawi naman agad ni Richie Roger. Back-to-back threes for Richie Roger, that is. Nakadalawa na rin si Richie Rivero sa quarter na ito. There, Dicky the third. Yan ang mga kailangan na baskets.
Hey Charlie, kanina we were talking about a bunch of three-point makers dito sa side ng NLEX. Richie Rogers is also shooting a super percentage, although hindi masyadong maraming attempts. 60% siya, and then nakita natin a bunch of three-pointers coming from him. Empty possession niya, kailangan ng Phoenix. This is just 9 points, kanilang hinahabol.
Tyler, the three is short.
Oh, there you are. There you are, baby.
Ayan na. Diggy the third, nabuhayan, nakabasket
Yes,
na,
sir.
ginanahan na ulit, nice offensive rebound, nakabucket, may chance for a three-point play. Pagkakataon, ibaba ang lamang to just 6 points kung sakaling mapasok niya itong bonus na ito,
Yes,
partner.
what a rebound, what a putback. Sabi mo, Dicky the third, baka gusto niya yan ang itawag sa kanya. Tingnan.
No. You played with imports in the past during
Yeah.
your career. You became an assistant coach as well. Well, I'll get back to that later. May report si Apple para sa atin.
Yes, after stepping on somebody, LJ Gonzalez sustained a left ankle sprain. Ipapahinga daw muna, ipapagpag, pero ilalaro kung kakailanganin pa siya. Balik sa inyo.
We'll see. At the rate it's going.
Gusto ko dun yung ipapagpag eh.
Siyempre, pagpag lang. Meron yung mga matitibay, di ba? Apak-apak
Pero
na
yung
ng konti.
talaga yung ginagawa eh, di ba? Pagka naglalaro ka pa sa mga inter-barangay, pagpag mo lang!
NLEX calls a timeout. It's brought to us by Soler Online. Play the game your way on Soler Online Sportsbook.
Whoever Escandor is guarding, Manu Escandor here. Okay, KD are here. Alright, maybe he might get you. Escandor might get you. Alright? Alright? No, better yet. Yeah, you're the screener. Alright? You're here, Richie, huh? And then Berto, so that they switch, alright? Okay, Bayo. If there's nobody here open, you hit Bayo here. Alright? Hit Bayo here. Alright? And then you attack it. Attack it, huh? Alright?
Richie Roger with a pair of threes to stave off this uprising from Phoenix. But still, it's down to a 6-point lead. It was up to 18. James Diggy III has come alive a little bit. He's got 5 points here in the third quarter. And
well, NLEX has been playing super basketball. And again, inumpisa niya ni Shawnee Wins. Berto Bolic is doing Berto Bolic things. Even kanilang reinforcement, Caddy Lane. Pero despite that, anim lang, you mentioned it was just a 6-point difference. At if Phoenix can keep it like that, within striking distance na ganyan, until the end, it gives them a chance to probably steal this one from NLEX, Charlie.
We'll see. 4:02 to go in the third. 6 on the shot clock para sa NLEX after the nice tap out. Alas goes to Bolic. You gotta guard him. You know he can jack it up from there, and he will. And almost got it too. But you know, may kumpiyansa eh. You've got a giant man inside the lane. There's no one even close to this guy's size. Caddy Lane.
So obviously talagang dun siya pinag-concentrate ni Charles Chu sa may ilalim. Get some rebounds, get some baskets from underneath. At yan nga ang ginagawa ni Caddy Lane.
Perkins against Bahio. Oh, that's too strong. Phoenix going a bit of one-on-one there. Back to Lane. Jumper. Swishes it through.
Feel na niya eh, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Ton of baskets magmula dito kay Caddy Lane. So, a little 15-footer magmula sa kanya. Yeah, he's feeling it.
You bring it down to 6, you know, and then suddenly, boom, boom. Back to 10.
Sa 22 points para dito kay Caddy Lane. Yeah.
Steady lang, di ba?
Steady.
Tref na naman para kay Richie. Off target. Rebound taken by JB. Bahio has the skill to take it across. Then lose it. Picked up by Roger. Bahio against Escandor. And Escandor is going to get called for a hold.
And I was right in front of Coach Jong with Chico, so... Matagal pinagpahinga tong si Francis Escandor. Again, he scored 20 big points against Barangay Ginebra. Win.
Lane. Roger.
Excuse me, hindi pala. Terefirma pala.
Pero mo offensive rebounds, partner. 18 to 8. 18 offensive rebounds for NLEX.
That's too much.
That's gotta frustrate Coach Charles. No end. Diba? You gotta get those boards.
Put a body on somebody, sabi ni Coach Norman Black. So they have to locate itong si Caddy Lane. Ang daming, I'm sure siya, the bulk of that Charlie. Diba? Offensive rebounds, putbacks, reinforcement ng NLEX.
Richie Rivero sits. He's got 13 points. Pasok muna si Kenneth Tuffin in his stead. It's a 10-point lead. Could be more. That's a miss. But check, that's 19 offensive rebounds and counting.
Rebound, Bahio.
Bahio, Semara, the San Beda boys are getting those offensive rebounds. And then Caddy misses inside. Ito si James. Slows it down, up ahead to Escandor. Now with Perk. Perk backing down Bahio. Gets it to go. Looking for a foul.
Kanina nahihirapan talaga siya kay Brandon Ramirez. Di niya maikutan. Pero this time, he's bulkier than JB Bahio. Nakashutan na si Bahio.
The lead is back down to 8. And it's gone down to 8 few times. Even went down to 6. Bahio turnaround. Jay short. Nakuha na ni Tuffin. Push, push, push. That's going to be a foul in the backcourt. And probably a transition take. They're going to review it again.
You can't just stop mga runs na gano'n. Ito yung magandang back to the basket. The spin coming from Perk. The bucket coming from Perk.
He went glass. Kanina rin dapat nag-glass rin siya. But anyway, so you see the reaction now. And before, we used to call it duty foul, di ba? Pag yung fast break na yung kalaban, back, duty foul ka. Eh ngayon, dahil sa rule nga, transition take. Technical foul yan. We have one free throw coming up for Phoenix, which could cut the lead down to 7. Plus possession. Yeah, the transition take right there.
You can't.
Dati smart foul pa yun. Diba? Pero ngayon,
stop the fast break.
The rules have changed. A lot of them.
I like it. I like that rule change.
Interpretation has changed as well for so many things. Like, what's a travel now? What's an assist now? You know, you've got numbers rising on so many departments.
Pag hinayaan mo yung sinasabi mo back in the day ng mga smart foul, para manenegate yung mga teams that play quick that play fast basketball Eh, ano mangyayari sa buhay natin doon?
Another one coming up.
Sa half court.
Ano, those were the...
Bahio making a good account of himself, pero pahinga muna. Ito na si... Ito, ang ganda ng ginagawa today, di ba? Anthony Semerad, a bunch of three-pointers. The defensive stops and the rebounds. Magmula kay number 33, Semerad.
Lead down to 6, could even be taken down more. There you go, Perkins. Back to a one-possession game.
Sir,
Hanggang dito
yes,
sila
sir.
umabot kanina, Johnson, second quarter, down to 4.
Tapos
Pero
doon na,
after that,
bumalik
nag-run.
na. Correct.
Nag-run.
Balik na naman sa double digits kaagad. I remember you mentioned it.
Dahil kay Tony Semerad yun.
Yeah.
But let's see, ayan na naman si Tony Semerad. But not this time.
That would have been amazing kung saan na naman ang pagpapalaki na naman ng kanilang kalamangan, Charlie.
Tough and lofted. Good hands on Bolik's part. 3-on-2, 4-on-2. The kick, Tony will try. Again. Ayun na naman. Back to 7. Remember, it was 4, he hit 2, it became 10. Now it's back up to 7. Tony Semerad, what a game he's having.
Roberto had a lot of choices doon sa fast break na yun. He had Cady Lalin, he had Kevin Alas.
Di makabawi. Dickey the third kept it alive. Escandor susubok. Here comes Alas.
Di pwede. Kailangan quality possessions every time they're playing a tough team in NLEX.
Tony again. Kala ko deja vu eh. Bolik, another offensive rebound. 20 offensive rebounds for the NLEX Road Warriors. They've kept it alive again and again, giving themselves chances. And Phoenix has got to do something.
That's very frustrating indeed, Charlie. Lalo na sa mga rebounders. Ito yung ang ganda ng pinili niyang papasahan na si Tony Semerad.
That three-pointer brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. And what's big about that is, you know, the lead's down to 4. It's a one-possession game. You knock in that 3, gives you a little bit breathing room. Force another stop. Here's Bolik at the line. Chance to add more, which he does. It's back up to 8. So you've really kept the other team at bay. You're doing the right things at the right time.
Yun eh. Yun. Just terrific instincts magmula dito kay Bolik. I keep on talking about that. Pero ang dami niyang pagpipilian. Pero sabi niya dito ako sa mainit, di ba? From the three-point area, which was Anthony Semerad at that time. Dahil he has buried, a bunch of three-pointers na Semerad.
Richie Rivero, ibinalik na agad. Upo ang kanilang import na Phoenix, we're saying. Si James Diggy III, who has had a very ineffective game. The lead is back up to 8. 9 rather, 79-70. Our FIBA women's 3x3 team has just won. 21-19 against Japan. So congrats to them. They beat Mongolia earlier. They beat Japan now. What a day para sa mga babaeng 3x3 player ng Pilipinas. The layup will not drop. Perkins will put it back in. That's what they need. They need to get some offensive rebounds. Alas at the buzzer. Ooh. It won't go, so. Phoenix wins quarter 3. They were down by 10 at the end of 2. They're down by 7 at the end of 3. 79-72.
Great left basket magmula dito kay Perkins.
Ikaw ba, alam mo ang tap-tap send at gumagamit ka ba ng tap-tap send?
Yes, tap-tap send ang ginagamit ko kapag nagpapadala ka sa Pilipinas. Kakapadala ko lang last.
Three quarters down, Shawnee Winston started it all para sa NLEX sa first quarter. 11 points immediately. He's got 16 in total. So, rampaging first quarter have tapered off since then. But he set the tone. Perimeter points, kasama rin si Shawnee Winston dyan. Hindi lang siya. Bolik, naka-4 na.
Yes.
May ibang player katulad ni Tony Semerad na ganun din ang pukol mula sa labas. Kaya naman plus 15 sa departamentong yan ang NLEX. Tapos yung matchup ng mga big-time scorers natin, halos patas sa points, plus 1 lang si Bolik. Pero tingnan mo naman yung assist. Hindi naman assister talaga si Richie Rivero. He did have 8 last time, but Bolik, a double-double already and counting. for him. So that's the story right now. It's a 7-point lead for NLEX as we enter the fourth and final quarter. 79-72, Jolly. Marami pang basketball na
Marami
mangyayari.
pa. Isang buong quarter pa to. We were looking at the Bolic numbers. 10 or 11 assists.
11 na,
He
partner.
is number 1 along with yung 7 assist average niya along with Mavan, Missy, and si Damian Chongqui.
Turnaround jumper, Bahio for 2. Balik sa 9 ang lamang. But you know, if you look at the quarter scoring which we showed on the screens just moments ago, Phoenix has actually won the middle quarters. The problem was, down 16 na sila at the end of one.
Ayun lang.
So they've won, they've chipped back a little. But then, yun pa nga, trailing pa rin sila.
Pero maganda dito si Perk is starting to feel very confident with himself. Magandang third quarter. Eto, big three-pointer magmula kay Kenneth Toffin.
Toffin has stepped up his game already. He's got 12 points under his name. Down to 6 once again. 2-possession game. Kevin Alas loses Escandor. Bounces to Bahio. Jumper. 2 in a row for JB. Maandar na rin si JB.
A tough shot, di ba? Right in front of Prince Caperal who made away adjustment sa tira no, di ba? Kasi talagang grabe yung pagka-fade away ni Bahio. Still made it.
Basta naka-square up ng ganyan si Bahio, he can hit it all the way out to maybe 18 feet. No problem.
Eto, yung pasa kay Bahio. Tinan mo kung gaano ka yung fade away. Talagang fade away para umiwas dito kay Prince Caperal and he just buries it. Big possession suddenly ito. Ganda naman.
Layup. Evanelli.
Siyete lang.
Nice
Itong
shot,
kanilang hinahabol, Charlie. Has to start on the defensive side para sa Phoenix.
Alas now against Perk. 8 to shoot. He'll take a 3. Whoa! Yung mga ganun, unexpected pa to mula kay Kevin Alas. We're used to that. We've seen that before. Pero nagugulat pa rin tayo kasi biglang release eh.
And he's also hitting a super clip from the three-point area. 57% is Kevin. So yung pinag-uusapan natin, di ba? Bolic and Shawnee Winston are surrounded by some three-pointer specialists.
Taken away though. Nice entry pass to Caperal who couldn't handle it. Chance to go back to double digits again. Offensive foul ang tatawagin kontra sa NLEX. Na swerte pa ang Phoenix sa play na yun kasi pa-atake na naman to si Berto. Ito yung tres kanina. They kick it out.
Ayaw mo close out. Sabi ni Kevin, here's a three-pointer.
Yep, that's brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. That's a 9-point lead. Challenge on that offensive foul call, no? So may challenge na naman tayo. This is the second challenge we're witnessing sa araw na ito. Kanina may successful challenge. Coach Jong Huichico. You talk about grizzled veterans. He's a grizzled veteran coach.
Yeah.
Di ba? Siya literally namuti na ang buhok sa PBA. Di ba? Remember when talagang naka-tancho-tik, naka-3 flowers ng dati na pumada na talagang ayos na ayos yung buhok ni Coach Jong.
Gusto mo na naman mag-google yung mga bata dyan sa mga tancho-tik mo. Ito yung challenge, Charlie.
Yeah, where was the foul really there is what they're saying. So Alas,
Kevin Alas
who bumped into Toffin really? Was it Bolic with the ward-off? Was it Alas in the way?
Can go either
Coach
way.
Jong. Remember, Coach Jong was on the 1982 Asian Youth Champion team. Played for Northern Consolidated. Nag-guest team sa PBA a couple of times, which is his PBA experience because he never was drafted into the PBA and played for a PBA team. But he did compete in the PBA as a player for the guest Northern Consolidated squad.
NCC kids, look it up. Grabe yung team na yun, di ba? Samboy, Lim, Kaidik, Hector, Calma, Ives, Dignadice.
Yeah, those guys even came later nga, yung mga ibang nabanggit mo. Pero ito sila Coach Jong, nandun na yun sa original group nila Hector Calma, Alfie Almario, Tonichi Ituri, etc.
Alfarero.
Well,
No?
After the review, there is an extension of the arm of Bolic against Tapin. So the challenge of NLEX Road Warriors is not successful.
Okay.
Well explained by referee Jerome Guy.
Yes. Ganun lang.
Merong extension ng arm eh. So let's watch. And this is a nice angle perhaps to see it. Watch the arm of Bolik as he attacks. The left.
Arm.
Yun, no?
May extension.
Inawi niya si Tuffin eh. So there is legitimate contact.
Maganda for Phoenix. They catch a break here. Siya ang kanilang inahabol.
And they've been chasing from the start, di ba? I think they led momentarily sa first few moments ng ating laro. But when NLEX and Sonny Winston suddenly took over, tuloy-tuloy na. Ito si Evan Nelly. Picked up his dribble, goes down to Tuffin. You know, these two teams, you can see, gutong manalo pareho eh.
Of course.
Nelly for 4. Oh, that's off. But he gets his own miss. And gets the layup to go. Finish. He followed his shot, which is what shooters should do. When you feel it's going off, you got to follow your shot. And he did it to perfection there.
Bumagsak sa mga kamay niya, then gets a nice lay-in. Itong si Evan Nelly.
Sabay sorry siya sa bench, and the bench saying like, are you saying sorry? Nice effort.
Ito
si Winston. Tahimik na to si Winston, ano? Nako, ang daming bantay. Alas na naman! Ayun! Wow! Yan ang pangsagot. Wow. That's how NLEX has been replying with threes, partner.
Semerad kanina lang. Kevin Alas naman ng mga kanyang 3-pointers. Dalawa na yan dito sa ating fourth quarter.
Back up to 10. The kick to Escandor. Oh, Perkins and Semerad.
Kanina pa yung dalawang yan.
You know, the style of Anthony Semerad with his effort and all of that physicality. At least once a game, he's gonna get into a shoving match with one person. At least one.
Pero naman silang dalawa, parang nagkakaintindihan na sila. Just smiles on their faces pagtapos nagkatamaan ng gano'n. Parang given na talagang gano'n ang kanilang. Ganun silang dalawa maglaro.
Semerad has gotten the goat of imports and locals alike. And then Apple David has a story for us.
Yes, napapadabog na kanina ng upuan si Coach Jong Chico kasi paano daw na all-Filipino lineup ng Phoenix yung nakakakuha ng run dito. Even getting offensive rebounds, and that's just effort and more mental. And just an update on LJ Gonzalez, he won't be returning in the game. Hindi na dala sa pagpag, masakit daw at nanginginig na yung paabalik sa inyo.
Aray. So LJ is out. Bahia goes out to Alas. A 4. Yes! Oh! And then a foul. 5-point play. Possible.
Goodness
Kevin Alas has been big. He's got 2 threes and a 4. Ano ba total ni Kevin ngayon? He's got 8 points. Could be 12 already with that if they count this 4. And then a possible foul, tumama yung paa, partner.
Legit 4 ba? Was he not stepping on the 4 on the line? Hindi? Malayo?
Nope. There was allowance.
Okay. Well, kanina I was talking about his 57% clip from 3. From 4, he has taken 3. Before that, he has taken 3 4-pointers. He made 1. So 2 of 4 na si Kevin Alas from the 4-point line. Wow. Terrific shooting from Kevin. And what a time to come, Charlie, to potential 5-point play. Suddenly, nag-balloon back to 10. Itong kalamangan ng NLEX.
Go back to the previous play. NLEX misses a 3-pointer, which is big. No, you miss a 3.
Yeah.
You give up a 4. Might be a bonus free throw. That's a 8-point swing. First time we're ever gonna say that on the air. Kasi it was always a 4-point swing. Hanggang ganun lang eh. Or 6-point swing. Hanggang 3 lang eh. Ngayon pwedeng 8-point swing eh. Kasi 3 on one side missed, 5-point play on the other side kung sakali. Tama ba?
Richie
Kasi may foul na tinawag.
Ginagaya niya yung tira ni Kevin Alas na parang pa-forward.
Yeah.
So parang...
And he's wondering, how does he do it? Diba?
Hindi, tsaka talagang sasabit ang mga defenders kasi tinan mo, ito na yung tira niya. Pa-forward.
Tinan mo, look at the feet. Way behind the line.
Ayun, so iniiwasan na nga eh, di ba?
Iniwasan na ni F. Pero, ando pa rin. So we're waiting for the decision. It's taking a bit of time. So the 4 counts. He's got 12. Regular foul on Escandor for the 5-point play opportunity. And not many have done that. I know Berto has done that. And now Alas can say, Tol, dalawa na tayo on this team.
Only in the PBA,
and you know, I always, we need to commend this fellow, Kevin Alas. I told his father this when I spoke to Coach Louie some weeks ago. Bilib tayo rito kasi ilan na? 3 na i-injury niya. No? He bounces back. He comes back. He's playing exactly the same way that he used to, with daring drives and outside shots and drunken master na tawag natin sa kanya.
Sir. At talagang pinalakas ng gusto yung kanyang
Somebody hits the deck.
Tumalsik itong si Kevin
Mukha na Charlie. Di ba? Got the knee. Di ba? They call that a Charlie horse, di ba?
Charlie, oo.
He gets up quickly. Tough as nails, Kenneth Tuffin. Sabi mo. So they're gonna look at it again. Review forever. 7:58 remaining in the game.
Ayaw natin
Yeah, that's a push.
no?
Rakal shoved him into Semara. That's what they're checking. I think. So, but yeah, let's not preempt and let's wait. Quick review from referee Guy, who will now jog across and have Robster announce the verdict.
Grabe yung ginawa ni Kevin Alas. That 5 points they just created, that separation. Suddenly, 15 na naman itong hinahabol ng Phoenix.
NLEX Road Warriors call a timeout with 7:58.6 remaining in the fourth. Kevin Alas making his presence felt. 11 points na sa quarter na ito. Just when they needed it dahil nakalapit na ang Phoenix, biglang nagbibitaw ng 3 and 4. Ito si Kevin Alas, Jolly.
Yes, sir. 13 points in total. 2 3-point field goals, 1 4-point field goal na naging 5 pa dahil na foul siya, di ba? 5-point play magmula kay Kevin Alas.
Dickey III, who has been ineffective for the most part, is back in the game. They go to Richie Rivero. Ayan na naman yung mga ganyang klaseng tira. But the import, Caddy Lalane's presence has bothered Phoenix all throughout this game. Walang mga easy layups.
So Richie Rivero and Caddy Lalane, where are you going, little boy? Siguro sabi.
Oh.
Hindi gumana that time yung tinatawag natin Pinoy step kasi pagka hindi niya naman naiwas, just doon lang napunta sa harap ni Caddy Lalaine.
Sabi mo, where you going, little boy? sa lingwahe natin.
Ano?
Samput na. Nalalakihan kaya ata sa akin, partner. Ano yung nalilitan kaya ata sa akin, partner?
6'10 ako, partner. Ito na naman siya.
Sabay sagot with a jumper.
Yes.
So Lalaine now has got a total of 24 points. They go to Perkins, nakahawak sa kanya si Rakal. Do not complain, Kevin. Nakahawak ka sa arms talaga ni Perkins. Anyway, so that's a foul on K-Rax, the vet.
Biglang pumalagwa na naman itong NLEX. So these free throws are very important.
K-Rax nag-stop over din sa Phoenix yan, ano? For the short bit. Tama ba? Trying to recall. Di ba? Converge na talaga.
Alaska, which became Converge.
16 and 7 for this man.
Yeah. Yan ang importante. He has to get back in the fold itong si Jason Perkins.
That's right. Apple has something for us.
Yes, coming from a background where he had to go through a lot of adversities growing up, having teammates who are persistent and are consistent with it aligns to the personality and how Caddy Lalaine approaches the game. Sabi nga niya, sa NLEX, wala daw negative energy. Kahit pa down sila sa score, you never see a head down even if parang hindi na umaayon sa kanila mga pangyayari. They always believe they have a chance to win. And that's what he likes the most about this Road Warriors team. Balik sa inyo.
Well, that's nice. That's a testament to Coach Jong with Chico and how he runs his ship. As we see Perkins straight to the basket, barreling over Kevin Racal. A shot that they needed, but that's still a 15-point lead.
Oo nga, pero very important to have a confident Jason Perkins as you go through that rough sailing in the PBA. Ito, magandang ko. Kala ko defensive stop na.
They're gonna check it kasi pinalo yata yung board. Oo, goaltending. Umalog yung buong basket eh. So baka counted yung layup ni Kevin Alas who has stepped up big time dito sa fourth quarter.
Nang sa ganon, balik sa 15 itong kalamangan na naman ng NLEX. Although time is on the side pa of Phoenix, I would say 6:36 pa to, partner.
Not for long, partner.
Oo nga. Well, something has to happen now. If you are Phoenix, teka, may lull na naman tayo. My coach John Michico and NLEX want to finish them off, my friend. Ito yung hinampas yung board eh.
Pero, well, I don't know. Was it enough to affect the shot? No goaltending. Not enough to affect the shot kasi off talaga eh. Off yung shot. Ito mo.
Hindi talaga papasok.
Hindi pa. I guess ganun ang naging determinasyon nila. Dahil that was indeed the decision made.
Interesting, okay.
So no goaltending, shot doesn't count. Balls with Phoenix. Trailing by 15, 6:36 remaining. Yan ang sitwasyon. And James Dickey needs to step up, you know.
Yeah.
He has to be better today. He's been good in the past 4 games, but ngayon kung kailangan siya, nag-dip ang kanyang performance. Richie. That's another 3. His third of the game.
Tinan mo yung unit on the floor para sa Phoenix. This is a solid scoring unit. Si James Dickey na third, hindi masyadong gumagana. Pero look at the 4. Perkins, Tio, Richie Rivero who just hit a 3 that cannot stop a snail stuffing. So
and then they tip that one away. They get that possession. Oops. Dickey in transition. Can he finish? No. But he's there for the putback. That's what they've been needing from him. Yung kanyang klaseng effort.
Ito, quick 5 points magmula sa kanila, so it's down to 10. Let's see if they can get another defensive stop.
He broke into double digits, Jolly sa tirang yun, finally at 11. Still a 10-point lead though. They need some stops with 5:42 to go. But NLEX has been hitting big shots just when they need it. Let's see if they can do it again. Alas, Pumeke, 3! Oh, yan na naman!
Pamatay sunog! Pamatay sunog, my goodness. Kevin Alas.
Richie. Sinubo sa ring. This guy, 17 points. Richie Rivero. Make it 18.
3 on one side, 2 ang ibinawi ni, okay lang. Itong si Richie Rivero on the other. They have 5 minutes to work with, 5 minutes and change. If you're Phoenix.
Well, if you're Phoenix, you take what you can get right now. Oh, napuruhan yata.
Offensive foul, they catch a break here. Pero,
Richie got it on the face.
Para sa akin, incidental lang yon.
Yes.
Pero talagang tinamaan eh, di ba? Doon sa buwelo niya yun, puts the ball on the floor, lumabas na talaga yung kanyang kanan siko. It's not, walang extension eh.
Boom! Yeah, he got it.
Pero they catch a break here. Ito, pagkakataong mabawasan na naman itong 11 na deficit ng Phoenix.
Under 5 minutes remaining, partner.
Huge possession right here for Richie Rivera and the gang.
Oh, Richie made it to the basket. Richie made it to the basket, but Kenneth Tuffin will get called for an offensive foul, which nullifies the basket of Richie Rivero. So the challenge, I think, taken by Charles Chu at this point. Not much to lose anymore. Can't wait till the game gets any closer, but this might help close the gap. As we were mentioning, time running out on Phoenix to try to rise up here.
Well, Charlie, coming into this game, I was really thinking there was an advantage on that NLEX side dahil sa ginawa nila against Barangay Ginebra. And then if you look at it, yung 40-point explosion ni Richie Rivero, and then parang wala na siyang masyado makakatulong. Kaya para sa kanila, if you look forward, ang laking bagay na magandang ilalaro ng mga Jason Perkins, nakapag-contribute itong si Tyler Tio. Because NLEX is just hot. Ang daming mga nagko-contribute sa kanila.
So ito, review pa rin. Crowd enjoying this game. Also anticipating our second game of the Easter
After
Sunday
the review,
doubleheader.
there's a offensive foul
Ginebra
on
and San
Toppings
Miguel.
against Alas. Therefore, the challenge made
Ginebra
by
and San
Phoenix
Miguel will
is
go
not
at it later,
successful.
but here is the foul.
You're catching some
foul.
breaks here, partner.
Yeah.
You're catching some breaks here, Phoenix.
And Phoenix calls a timeout. 4:53 natitira sa fourth and final quarter. Meron ba bang ibubuga itong Phoenix?
Not successful pala.
Look like it.
Kala natin, nagkaroon ng na-mention natin,
They
Phoenix catching
did
a break.
sustain the foul on Kenneth Tuffin. The foul on Kenneth Tuffin was sustained based on what we heard. Yan, no, yung hawak niya kay Alas to clear the way for Richie Rivero. So, not getting some luck on that play. 11 pa rin lamang ng NLEX. That's still reachable for Phoenix, but they need to make some stops. Berto open from 3. Every time they needed a basket, they hit a 3. I'm not even saying a 2. It's a 3 that they hit. Semerad, Alas, Bolik.
Well, he did that to Ginebra also nung nakaraan. About 2 minutes and some, a big three-pointer para ma-separate sila ng gusto.
Tio threw that one away. 14 lamang ng NLEX, 4 minutes and 15 na lang. Bolik. Semerad.
Wow.
Ano? Diba?
You called it, my friend. It's Bolik, it's Kevin Alas, it's Tony Semerad.
So Semerad, what a game he's had as well.
These averages of James Dickey III, for sure, no? Obviously they're gonna
drop drastically
down.
It really makes us wonder what happened, because James Dickey was a very impressive player in his first 4 games. Something's troubling him sa araw na ito, and we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But this guy, he knew he was gonna miss, ran in for the board, nakuha na ng white shirts. Dickey balik kay Tuffy. Tuffy na atake. Layup. Mintis! Oh, wow! Then Dickey on the way up gets hit by Shawnee, I believe. Semerad has played a splendid game. And then so has Caddy Lalane. But Kevin Alas really making sure na hindi makahabol itong Phoenix dito sa fourth quarter.
Going to be very tough now, Charlie. 3 minutes and 14 seconds remaining, and this is once again a 17-point advantage. Pwedeng bawasan ng through some free throws, James Dickey III.
And Caddy Lalane, I know his average has been going up. His point total has been going up from game to game.
Minsan makikita mo rin talaga yung importansya ng pag-start ng maganda, Charlie. Yung pinag-uusapan natin kaninang parang setting the tone para sa larong ito. Instant 11 points ni Shawnee Winston to start this ball game. Tapos everybody was confident and feeling good ng Caddy Lalane. Of course, itong sila Kevin Alas, Bolik, and Semerad. Gonna be hard na for
nice handoff. Lead back down to 13, pero under 3 minutes na natitira Jolly. At ito si Caddy Lalane, masisira yung packet niyang streak ng points unless couple of baskets siya. Dahil in his games, si Lalane had totals of 22, 24, 25, and 28. Nasa 24 pa lang siya ngayon. So kailangan niya ng 5 points pa. Tingnan natin, kaya pa.
Nakakatawa yung pangyayari. Papasok sana si Matthew Davis. Pagpapahingayin na yata si yung kanilang reinforcement. Nakakuha ng steal. Tinawag ulit ni Charles. Ka muna, Dave. Cancel mo muna yung order. Iwag muna natin ilabas. Tingnan natin kasi 2:44. 13. Siguro one last push. Susubok pa ng konti.
Oh, they throw it away. Bolick in the passing lane again. Anticipating. And he's good at that. And Alas. And you like the way Bolick will sometimes defer, di ba? Sige, Kev, ikaw muna. Diba? Kasi marunong ka rin eh. Sa ganitong wasting time, marunong ka rin yan. Sabay balik sa kanya. Berto now. Escandor. He'll take it over, Francis. Oh! And he puts it in!
I love it, love it, love it. Alam mo, ganda ng sinabi ni Coach Jong Wichico sa isang post-game interview niya. Yan alam mo ang ginagawa namin. Binibigay namin ng bola kay Berto. Bahala na siya dumiskate. Nakikita natin yan dito, Charlie.
You know, those layups for James Dickey III looked so easy in the past games, but
not today.
Not today at all. Not much of a challenge from Caddy Lalane on that layup attempt. So NLEX is going to get win number 4, break away from that pack of 4 teams in 3-1. Babagsak sa 3-2 itong Phoenix, partner. Kasi done deal na ito. Laki na lamang, 18 na yan.
Lista mo na yan.
So you know what NLEX is saying, hinebrang at tinalo namin. Itong Phoenix, kaya rin natin to. Diba? That's Richie getting another 2 points. He's got 20 in the game.
Because of this game, this win para sa NLEX, they will go up 4 wins and 1 loss, no? Drop down to 3 wins and 2 losses naman itong Phoenix. Okay pa naman.
Yeah, you're okay. You've got nakatatlo na kayo, but you need a couple more. Maybe 3 more. Shawnee Winston started it all, and then the rest of the team followed, including this fella, Caddy Lalane.
Maganda sa report ni Apple. He is enjoying himself with his teammates. He loves these guys, his brother, sabi niya. And it's showing dito sa kanilang mga inilalaro. Tinalo ang Hinebra kamakailan lang. At eto na naman sila giving it to Phoenix. What's really nice is talagang hindi siya nagsisettle for jumpers. But he looks for those baskets inside. Offensive rebounding na ang dami at one point. Minimension mo, offensive rebound after offensive rebound para dito sa NLEX.
Caddy Lalane's waiting at the line. There's going to be some substitutions. Take out the main guys, the guys who really cost this win. Bolick out, Semerad out, Winston out. Torres, Racal back in the game. Bahio too. And he gets it back. Oy! Counted. Ayun na. 28. So if he hits the free throw, his progression continues. Yung scoring progression niya from game to game.
Pataas talaga,
yes. No? He needs 29 for that streak to keep going. And he gets it. So ganun na nga nangyari.
22, tapos 24, 25, 28,
29. Naka-3 si Escandor. But that hardly matters at this point because NLEX has done its job, partner. They came out today full speed ahead. Ika nga, yun yung game story natin eh.
Saka ang daming complimentary guys,
credit
diba?
natin kay Winston talaga yung start.
Oo. Setting the tone.
4 pala natira nito si Escandor. Naka-4. They check the feet kung nasa likuran ng second line. Naka-4 siya. Still a 17-point lead. You're not gonna erase that in a minute. So
hindi natin masyado nakita si Cyrus Torres today dahil gaganda ng mga nilaro ng mga iba, no? Kevin
they didn't need Cyrus at all. Kevin Alas inside the paint for another layup. 18 big points for Kevin Alas, including a 5-point play. A 4 got fouled, knocked in the free throw, staved off any rally na sinusubukan gawin.
Yun yung clincher, yung sinabi mo, yung 5-point play na yun. Nagtatangka ng mayroong luwaratsada ang Phoenix. And then parang pinuhusan niya lang ng malamig na tubig yung apoy na yun, di ba? With that 5-point play.
What a play that was. Ito naman si JC, nasa linya ngayon. JC Culyar. They reach 100, itong Phoenix, despite what seemed to be offensive ineptitude at times sa game na ito. Pero NLEX was just better offensively, hitting those three-pointers. And if you check the box score, you're gonna see that difference sa tres talaga, di ba?
At ito na naman yung, di ba, like one of those games na tulad nung nangyari, yung win nila against Magnolia.
Off one leg, drifting to the right.
Gagaling na nila, may buenas pa. Hirap ng tira na yun, ha? Di ba yung meron silang game against Magnolia sa post-game interview, sabi ni Coach Jong Chico, it's like a coach's dream. Ito ang nag-double digits. Ito parang gano'n na naman dito, eh. Di ba? Yung daming nakapag-contribute na maganda, ang dami. Mula sa panig ng NLEX, of course.
And that's it. Final score is going to be 120 to 102, an 18-point victory.
And yun na nga, 4 wins and 1 loss is Coach Jong Chico and the NLEX Road Warriors. Tapos magda-drop down naman to 3 wins and 2 losses is Coach Charles Chu and Phoenix.
Berto Bolic, 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 14 assists. Gets it.
Yun, di ba? The 14 assists actually. Have to make a special mention lang din of Kevin Alas because that 5-point play para karoon lang sila ng separation. Pero Berto Bolic and I was talking about Coach Jong Chico post-game interview saying we just give the ball to Berto, bahala siya dumiskarte.
That's our final score, 120 to 102. NLEX prevails, goes up to 4-1. Phoenix drops to 3-2. There's a game coming up after this in just a few minutes. Ginebra will face San Miguel Beer. That should be a good one. But that does it for us. For Jolly Escobar, the big man, Apple David at courtside. Ako naman po si Charlie Cuna. Thanks for joining us for Game 1 of Easter Sunday doubleheader. Keep watching the PBA here on RPTV.
Congratulations to our player of the game, Robert Bolic. Robert, congratulations. Yung Phoenix, sinubukan nila to make a comeback, lalo na nung nag-all-Filipino sila. Pero paano ba ang naging sagot nyo dito? Paano kayo nagtulong-tulungan rin kayong mga Pilipino para makuha itong panalo?
Daddy. Masaya, syempre. Team effort. Gagaling ng mga teammates ko. Dahil sa kanila, nanalo kami. So, credit sa teammates ko. And sana tuloy-tuloy.
Sa dami ng maganda nyong pinakita ngayon, ano ba yung pinaka nagustuhan mo that you would like to sustain for your next game?
Yung chemistry namin and playing as a team. Ang dami naming double digits, so ang ganda namin panoorin sa loob and sana tuloy-tuloy na.
Robert, alam ko marami kang gustong batiin. Go ahead.
Sa lahat ng PBA fans nandito, nanonood, Happy Easter sa inyo lahat. And good luck. Sana mag-enjoy kayo sa next game and ingat kayo pa uwi and God bless sa inyo lahat. Hi, sasawa ko. I love you.
Thank you, Berto. Congratulations. Let's now turn it over to the press conference room.
And now we have our winning coach with us, Coach Jong Chico of NLEX. Coach, congratulations. You know, improve your standing to 4-1. You've been preaching about playing the right way. How has playing the right way in practice and in the 5 games you played so far made the team and your players better?
Yes. Yeah, it shows naman in the game that they share the ball. Yeah, their defense is still average, but yeah, they share the ball more. They know who to go to, so that's just through practice wherein nagbibigayan sila sa isa't isa. And then kung sino yung mainit, di yun ang bibigyan ng bola.
Two teams at 3-1 looking to break that. Early on, Dickey the third gets a layup to go, but he didn't have too many more of that afterwards. Breaking that ice was Phoenix, but then NLEX went on a rampage. Shawnee Winston, jumper after jumper, that's one of them. And when NLEX took that lead, halos tumuloy-tuloy na sila.
That's correct. Parang 11 points yung pinakawalan niya Shawnee Winston nung umpisa, pero ito na ang 4 nitong si Berto Bolic ng NLEX, Charlie.
Laki na lamang ng NLEX. First quarter pa lang, 16 points na yan. So they've already put a padding between them and Phoenix. In the second quarter, Kenneth Tuffin finding himself open. Nice passes from Prince Capiral. Finding Tuffin a couple of times sa quarter na yon.
Andyan lang naman ng Phoenix, diba? They weren't really going anywhere. Eto, ang ganda ng atake. This is down to an 8-point advantage. Pagtapos lalamangan ng NLEX ng malaki, lumalaban sila, Charlie.
Kaso yung problema talaga ng Phoenix was shots like this. Every time they felt like they were about to close in, Tony Semarat or somebody else get a 3-pointer.
Yes, that's correct. Parang dikit-dikit ang mga 3-pointer spot. 1 point nitong galing kay Semarat. Pero ito, willing to mix it up underneath the basket was Caddy Lalade. Not settling for Jace. Nakita natin, sa loob siya nag-ooperate, Charlie.
Lead was cut to 10 at the half. Come the third quarter, Richie Rivero wanted to go to work. Hits a 3-pointer. He had 3 of those in the second half. But there was always something in reply on the other side.
Ang masakit nun palaging 3-pointer ang ibinabalik. Ganda naman ng extra pass nitong si K-Rax pupunta dito kay Robert Bolic. Another 3-pointer para sa NLEX.
Jason Perkins tried his best to bring his team back in that third quarter. Turnaround jumper is good. Cut it down to 4 with a minute and a half about remaining. Pero, eto na naman tayo. Familiar team, partner.
3-pointer after 3-pointer para dito sa kupunan ng NLEX. And it's not just one guy. It's Bolic, it's Shawnee Winston, it's Kevin Alas, and that time it was Anthony Semarat naman. More threes, my friend. You have more threes.
Dahil na nga. 3 ng 3. Kevin Alas. Okay na ako sa 4. Lalapit ko ng konti. Pinadaan ng defender. 3 ang nangyari. Phoenix tried the final run, tried to cut it down, but by that time the lead was too big. Richie Rivero did his darndest. Nice drop into the basket on the frontal attack, but ito na nga, sunod-sunod pa rin. Watch it again, replay na naman.
Oo nga. Itong huling mga highlights na makikita natin pretty much sums up this ballgame. Puro 3 ang ipapakita natin. Tapos yung balik ng Phoenix, puro 2 lamang. It's a 2-pointer magmula kay Kenneth Tuffin. And what's gonna be the last shot of this ballgame?
Well, what else? 3-pointer na naman eh. Robert Bolic just doing his thing. Step back, boom, 3. 15 of 32, 46.9% from 3-point land was NLEX. And when a team shooting like that, it's really hard to stop them.